righty. I'm pretty sure we are live. Yes, Mr. Producer, confirm we are live. Yep. All right, cool. We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It is week 4, day 1. Little couple rescheduling shuffles, but we are here. We are live. We are going to be looking at Pickles on Pizza. Facing off against the Blood Moneys, I'm Jaws. I dug deep into the wardrobe to try and find a hat that could match the one of my wonderful co-caster, Mr. Tokemon Panda, and in honor of his favorite champ and Blood's least favorite champ, I felt like it was apt to bring the Teemo hat out for the first and potentially only time. Although if we cast again, I think it's going to become a tradition. What's going on, Mr. Tokemon Panda? We got a great matchup today.
Oh, that we do. Thanks for having me. Couldn't be happier to be here. Couldn't be happier to see the Timo hat. Definitely looking at making that a tradition. And you know what else I'd like to see would be maybe another Timo pick in the blood, considering the Timo pick did win a game. Matter of fact, what's WinCon's only win this season was with a Timo top. Just leaving that out
Saying,
there.
just throwing that out there. Could it be that Kryptonite was the Teemo all along, and they never realized it? I mean, that could be it. We were talking about that beforehand. There's a lot of really cool stuff going on as Urgot is the first band. It appears that Pickles on Pizza paid attention to the last series when Mr. Lost in the Sauce went absolutely bananas on the Urgot, one of his favorite champs. That is completely off the board. But we were saying there's some really interesting stuff here. Pickles on Pizza, definitely the dominant team this season. They're 3-0, knocking out the Mariachi Mullets in a wild and crazy series last week. And then the Blood Moneys, bit of a wild card because they are 2-1 on paper, but they did lose going away a little bit to the Mariachi Mullets. And both of the teams that they beat are both 0-3. So I think the question that I'm looking at is, can they hang and cement themselves as front runners this season or not, as Thresh and Zeri also banned?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely what it feels like the question is, like, right? Will the Blood Moneys be a front half of the pack or a back half of the pack team? And I think tonight's as good of a time to find out as any. I mean, Pickles on Pizza looking like like you said, clear front runners here.
Yeah, they really are. And Mr. Swiss Army Cabinet on the back of his MVP series, getting 2 bans thrown at him immediately. And that's some mad respect when you're a support player and you are getting everything kind of thrown at you. The Tarek being so effective in game 2 and 3. Rakan, he busted out the Rakan in game 1. Did great on that as well. Kassadin, Blood, having busted out the Kassadin in the previous series, dominating in that play. Although Blood himself admitting, he's got a pretty deep pool and he can go to the well if he gets banned. And it looks like Pickles on Pizza's not really worrying about that. Let's see if Ari, which had gotten through the bans, is going to be one of their first picks.
Yeah, Ari looking really strong these days. Definitely a contested pick here. And of course, would Blood pick it?
Ooh. Is it? It's the meme. Oh, there's Cho. Oh, music X,
Hey,
the other
yeah,
meme.
game
There's
over.
Cho
Game over.
Kryptonite.
Game over. It's done.
Oh, sorry, the Blood Kryptonite Cho'Gath. It's done. Yeah, we're done. Packing in, boys. We don't need to watch this anymore. We're
GG.
done. Zaya,
One
will
up.
we see the Zaya Rakan? We will. Wow. Lover's Lane immediately grabbed for Speedy Bandito and Rudy.
I love to see that, and I know Rakan is not a champion that Rudy's been playing for like a comparatively long time. When you look at the other champions in his support pool, and he looks shockingly effective on it. He looks really good from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean the last series that they played, Rudy was definitely he was missing a lot of knockups, but you never know how the game is going to be played as the Leona is grabbed. The flex against Rudy. I'm actually kind of surprised he didn't go back to the Leona, but Swiss Army Cabinet very clearly looking to engage. And Rudy did he was a little hot or cold, and
Yeah,
but the nice thing
definitely.
is it's another week of practice. He's got a lot of time as Espen grabs the Hecarim, and he was real good on that Hecarim in game 3 against the Mariachi Mullets. And it's great champion for him. He likes to fight, likes to be aggressive, likes to engage.
Okay. And we
Oh,
will see the Mordekaiser lock in from both.
yes, we certainly will. As the Mordekaiser locked in, we're going to see second wave of bans. What are you thinking, Toki? What are you feeling? What do they need to get rid of?
You know, in terms of bans, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I rarely think past top lane and like perhaps jungle because that's typically like all that matters for the first 15, well, now clinically 14 minutes of my game. You know, but
Very
um,
precise. So,
I mean,
what happens between minute 14 and minute 15 for you?
typically my teleport coming off cooldown. I don't know.
Oh,
Leave a little room
yep,
for error there.
got it. Yep, makes sense. Makes sense. So fourth ban Sivir against Tail Whip. There's the Vlad, a pick that Blood is known for, and looks like they're going to start banning out mid lane. Once
Yeah,
again, Ari, Wojtek seems to almost be daring Blood to play the
definitely.
Ari against him because he could have picked it early,
Yeah,
but he seems to be pretty confident that Blood's not going to pick it up.
yeah,
As
and
the
there it
Ari,
goes.
oh, there's the ban. Okay, never mind. Snooze, you
Yeah,
lose.
I don't. Yeah, I don't see why not throw the bans at Blood here. And frankly, I would have probably thrown him at mid lane from both sides. Um, I don't really know. I mean, the Sivir pick is definitely something that Tail Whip is comfortable with and gives them pretty much a free safe lane. But
Mhm.
I feel like mid lane, if you can kind of cramp Wojtek's style, it can pay off a little bit.
Interesting. Poppy off the
That's
table.
Spurg ban.
Hard engage jungler. Spurg
Yeah,
Spurg going for that MVP. He wants to make it real, not a
yeah.
meme.
Team fight numbers changer, man. I mean, Poppy ult is dangerous.
Oh, I
That's
see.
pretty Spurg champ.
Yup. Yup.
Spurg
That
MVP.
well, we'll see. Yeah. He was he Udyr'd, I believe, in game one against Mirachi Mullets, and he did real good.
Yeah.
And I believe they banned it. I'll need a production check for the rest of for whether it was ban. Okay, yep. I'm hearing from the little birdie in my ear telling me that he has been spamming Udyr all week. So it looks like this is going to be a big one. As Jinx picked up for Tailwhip, great uh, organized play champion, great team fighter, all around solid. Can lock with the Leona actually thinking about it, the Leona CC into chompers.
Yep.
If they're able to get one person dialed in, and Zaya having to really walk up, both Zaya and Rakarn having to walk up to engage. So there's a lot of deterrence there. As Ornn is grabbed, is that a wait?
It
Is
maybe
that a
no. I
mid
think I think
Cho'Gath?
that's the meme. That's the meme. It's Cho'Gath mid.
Oh, I
He
love
picked the
Cho'Gath
blood
mid,
kryptonite. He picked the
dude.
blood kryptonite. He's bringing it mid lane, and now
Right
we
in
get to see
mid.
Blood doesn't know what to do with himself.
This is the mind games.
And there's the
Oh,
top
he
laner mid.
just he
I like
just
it.
says, yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna plank it up. He blood busting out the gangplank. Gangplank. Honestly, he doesn't really. He wouldn't really care that much about Cho'Gath.
Yeah.
He probably gonna play it safe, get his farm on. Can probably harass decently well. They go Cho's not really gonna care. So we'll
Right.
have to see. I love the Cho mid. I used to play a lot of Cho mid. Great against Yasuo, surprisingly. So
Yep.
might have been picking it as a way to deter blood from some of those assassins.
Yeah. I mean, I love this because I don't even have to cast a mid lane. I just get two top lanes.
Yeah, exactly.
This is perfect for me.
Actually, yeah, it really is two top lanes at this point. The real question on the real question, because there's so many questions, but looking over on Pickles on Pizza, do they have enough damage? Because they got a Hecarim and they got a
Yeah.
Jinx, ton of damage, Reset City, Hecarim bringing a lot of damage to the table. Cho'Gath can bring damage, right? He can, but he's not the typical, you know, carry that you
Right.
typically expect to see out of the midline. Wojtek bringing the damage typically. He brings the damage, he brings the carry. Blood on the other end has the global presence. I'm
Mhm.
assuming we're going to see a teleport out of the Cho'Gath. But Gangplank brings the global presence. Mordekaiser a lot of damage. Udyr a lot of damage. taking a little bit of pressure off of Zaya. Super speedy team, and I'm looking at that Mordekaiser pick, and I'm loving that against the Jinx, where Mordekaiser
Yeah,
just takes the Jinx out of the fight, and then that's
walks
not a good
away.
situation for Pickles on Pizza to be in. So I'm actually really liking this draft from the Blood Monies.
Right. I'm curious to see, and of course, we're gonna have to wait the spectator to lay out to find out for sure here. But what is Wojtek gonna be building here? Because he ostensibly could really go tank mid, and we could see a two true tanks with the Hecarim. I'm sorry, three true tanks: Leona, Cho, and Ornn with a Hecarim Bruiser. And you're right. Then where's your damage coming from? So I hope to see a Everfrost into a kind of more AP centered build from Cho'Gath here, and he can do a surprising amount of damage.
Oh yeah, and especially with the additional slow being able to, it makes it easier for him to land his rupture, and the full AP Cho is really fun to watch because
Right.
you hit one rupture combination, half of their health is gone, and then he just eats them.
Gone.
And
Yeah.
yeah, he is the one shot king. Um, there's a lot of different interesting interactions around that where Zaya can go untargetable, dodge his rupture.
Right.
Uh, Although she can't do that if she's silenced, so there's a consideration there. So there's gonna be some interesting interactions there. I think you're right. I would expect him to go full
Right.
glass cannon if he
Yeah.
does, or maybe a little bit more like bruisery AP. One of the big things here is also a lot of AD, a lot of
Yes.
AD on the side of the
Both
Blood
sides.
Monies. Will they stack? Will Pickles on Pizza stack a bunch of armor and be able to offset some of that damage? Where Gangplank takes a little while to rev up, right? He's a diesel engine. He needs that
Right.
time, needs that fuel. Zaya got a little bit more of that bully potential hits that mid game spike, but goes away a little bit. Mordekaiser, kind of same thing, gets a little bit of a bully early, hits his big game spike. So Blood Monies, I'm really looking for what they want to do in this mid game. Whereas I kind of want to give the late game to Pickles on Pizza with the caveat that, it's a late game gangplank. You can never count out a late game gangplank, and
Right.
even Mordekaiser can get really nasty late.
Yeah, so I'm interested to see where Spurg decides to go with his pressure. In my experience, he seems to be pretty all over the map in terms of where he gets his ganks off, and pretty opportunistic and like not really forcing anything, but looking for what's available to him and making plays on it. I don't know how much when there's an Ornn picked in this league, I don't know how much going top lane is really worth for either side in that situation because the Ornn is so relevant coming out of lane that I feel like as a jungler, you're almost better off ignoring him. Hope your laner comes out even, if not ahead, and go dump down another lane, right?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's a huge part of that. And Orn not really hold up. I
We seem to be missing some champions.
There it is. Okay, cool. We're good to go. Yeah, we are definitely missing some champions right now, but hopefully you're able to come back and we're good to go. And I believe we are into this one. We are. Here we go. Game one. Pickles on Pizza versus the Blood Monies. Mr. Pokemon Panda, who is going to take this game one in your opinion?
Oh man, I mean, right off the bat, I feel like I've got to give it to Pickles on Pizza. I
Yeah.
think that there are some conditions that, if filled, it puts BMS, a great set of initials, by the way, into a really good position to carry the rest of the game and just kind of shove it down Pickles on Pizza's throat. But I think ease of execution, scaling, a lot of things go in Pop's favor here.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna go with the Blood Monies. I think the X factor is really gonna be Rudy. How is Rudy gonna play on Rakan? Is he gonna land his knockups? Because that lane can go real lopsided one way or the other very quickly. I think the level 2 bot lane is gonna be where a major focus is going to be early. And then also, I think that you can't count out the Gangplank. Blood was crushing in game two. Those barrels hurt, and the global presence allows him to use a lot of his macro knowledge. Being a high elo player, he knows where to place those global ultimates in order to maximize the effect. So I'm expecting him to try and snowball that bot lane, get them out of lane, get them roaming. Rakan's a great, he has a great opportunity to roam as we are into it. So we'll have to see who's right. But no matter who's right, I'm just hoping for some good League of Legends.
Absolutely. And honestly, I hope to see some spicy top lane gameplay. The Ornn Mordekaiser lane, in my opinion, is the most interesting of the 3 lanes that we've got for matchups if we want to include junglers. And I think Bovie has an opportunity to really support a little bit of what's happened over the last 2 weeks. He's been showing up with something to prove.
Yeah, he really has. We'll have to see. Yeah, there's the level 2. Rudy and Speedy Bandito do not want anything to do with that. Great synergy in the bot lane, immediately pushing them off of that wave. Swiss Army Cabinet flexing. He doesn't have to do a thing. He just walks up as Leona. It's support. It's so easy, as Aframu would say. So he was able to do what Leona does, create some presence in the lane, and then Spurg, meanwhile, in the mid lane, forcing a flash out of Wojtek. Wojtek dropping down to about 50%, moving in. Support is not easy, for what it's worth. Aframu just makes it look really easy.
Yeah.
But anyway, Swiss Army Cabinet and Taylor continuing to push up, but CS is even. So Rudy and Speedy Bandito doing a good job of maintaining their CS despite being pushed in under the wave, and Tailwhip and Swiss Army Cabinet putting themselves in a bit of a risky situation depending upon Espen, what he wants to do. Right now, it looks like he wants to go bottom to top and potentially look to gank this Mordekaiser, who is also aggressively pushing his lane.
Yeah, and so Rudy, talking to Rudy before the game today, I've been sworn to silence on details, but we've got a potential, possibly surprising side selection coming later in this series, provided that the scenario develops appropriately in the way that the Blood Monies are hoping for. And we will, in that case, see some quite interesting picks.
Okay. Okay, we'll have to see. Game 2. We're already talking about Game 2. Game 1 is still very much chilling. Rudy gets the knock up down onto Tailwhip. Tailwhip getting rooted. He's incredibly low. Chompers, though, are giving him the space to be able to walk out. There's that first knock up. That's what we're going to be looking for with Rudy. Is he going to land the Rakan knockups? Because, as we've seen, hit 1, get rooted. That's a nasty lane.
Absolutely. And I think for what it's worth, I think Rudy is going to be putting on a performance for us tonight, a solid performance even. I think he's going to have a lot to see.
Yeah,
we'll have this fight.
Right now, Bloodbath Beyond pretty low on mana, goes low, walking away, flashes out, good flash, dodges the rupture, gets away, but the flash is down. He's probably going to have to back. Unless he's a little greedy. Looks like he's going to stay a bit, stay safe. Espen going back into his jungle as the farm continues. A little bit of a lead opening up for Wojtek in the mid lane, but everywhere else fairly even except for the jungle. That Udyr, he farms really, really fast.
Yeah, and he's going to keep farming fast, you know. But that is both mid laners, no flash. Looking forward to seeing some more action in the mid lane this game.
Yeah, I'm wondering what's going to happen because Cho'Gath's kind of hard to gank actually, and Gangplank fairly low mobility, but with his flash down, I expect Blood to play pretty safe. Looks like he's just going to back and grab his first buy, and he seems pretty happy. I'm really curious where that first ulti is going to go. I'm going to guess bot lane as Swiss Army Cabinet rolls in, does get stunned. He's going to try to go for the follow-up. No, is not able to get it. Espen was there, but was not able to follow up. Music X, meanwhile, in the top lane, getting a little beat up. Does try to go for a counter bounce, but lost in the sauce. We talk about him as an Urgot player, but he does know how to play Mordekaiser. He has most of those main TCL top laners pretty much on lock. A lot of games on Mordekaiser, a lot of games on Ornn. He's also shown that he's great with the Malphite, press R win team fight.
His Shen is quality as well.
Oh, hey, how about that? And Shen, definitely no slouch when it comes to general. Oh, yeah, there's a beautiful triple barrel from Wojtek. Blood trying to set it up for Spurg. Spurg rolling in. The flash is still down. Ignite going down. He's going to try to counter kill onto Bloodbath and Beyond. Will Bloodbath and Beyond get away? Yes, he will. But here comes Espen. Gets the ghost. He's rolling in. And there goes first blood for Espen. Making sure his mid laner is safe. gets the stun, gets stunned down, but he's going to be able to walk away. Great finish from Espen, who has really claimed that unsung hero title and leaned into it.
Yeah, that was a beautiful fight from Wojtek. I mean, he didn't hesitate, didn't get greedy, just immediately dumped all of his damage onto the Bloodbath and Beyond, forcing him out of the fight, letting his jungler come in and clean it up. It was really nice. Reminds me of top lane. Love to see it.
Oh yeah, little long bruisery fight rolling. Although depending upon how these guys build, it looks like we have a Kindle Gem for Wojtek. So a lot of different ways he could build into that. Sheen on the side of Blood. So that first mythic, we're gonna have to watch for that. That will absolutely tell the tale of Wojtek. Where is he gonna go? Is
Right.
he gonna be a little tankier, or is he gonna go full blown AP? The other question for me is how early and often is he going to build some armor?
Right, and
With
something
those Gangplank barrels, he'll knock him out of lane pretty quickly. As Music X starting to get a little bit focused and a little bit better against the Lost in the Sauce Mordekaiser, formerly the bullied, having their revenge a little bit.
Yeah, that's just a really interesting matchup because the CC immunity that you get from Bellows Breath, the Ornn W, is just so useful against Mordekaiser. Between getting out of that pull, that E, and you can even block his ultimate, putting it on a miniature cooldown.
Oh no, Spurg, what are you doing? A great ulti from Espen. Spurg flashing out, but it's not going to be enough. Espen, that meanwhile going really low. Speedy Bandito able to knock down Tail Whip, and this is what seemed to be a bit of a bloody fight on the side of the Blood Monies. The Blood Monies immediately pounce on a triple kill for Speedy Bandito, and it looks like this is going to be first dragon for the Blood Monies, putting a stamp on this game 1.
All right, I have to say it. I'm a man of the people. Oh, wait, hold that thought.
Oh, we'll see. This looks like it's going to be a slow one, as just a fight over a pink ward. Wojtek decides that he would prefer to push the wave. He does have a little bit of priority in that lane. Big wave pushing as the top laners continue.
For the record,
two big beefy dudes smacking each other around. But yeah, talk to me, Toki.
The ward is always worth it, in my opinion. But also, where was I going with that?
You were talking about that fight, right?
Yeah.
It was Spurg got caught out, right? Spurg got caught out, but then he immediately. Sorry, we have a fight going on. Lost in the Sauce, trying to put his stamp down, flashes in, gets the auto, gets the kill. Well done, solo kill against Music X. I was saying the bullied are trying to go against the bulliers, and Lost in the Sauce has decided that he will continue to be the bully. Great play by him. Carry on.
Yeah, that's just such an interesting lane. But I am really a man of the people, and so I have to say it. Spurg MVP, he started that team fight that just got his AD carry 3-0, right?
Yeah, he absolutely did. Stun, double stun going down. Root and onto Rudy. Rudy, however, getting another great knockup. Gets the charm down on Swiss Army Cabinet, and Speedy Bandito on an absolute rampage. Flashes over. He's got double buff, and that's nasty.
Oh, with the chaos.
Rudy steals the kill. That's okay. Kill secured. Well done. Bot lane, Speedy Bandito and Rudy trying to wash the taste of last series, game 1, out of their mouths. The Lovers Lane doing incredibly well. First armor plate down, and they are on a rampage because you are correct. Spurg looked like he had gotten caught. Did he get caught, or was that just a Galaxy Brain move?
Yeah, it's hard to say. In that one, that fight looked really promising for Pop, and then not so promising for them. Just, it hurts to watch your ADC just barely out of range to help.
It is brutal. It's absolutely brutal, and with the lack of mobility from Tail Whip, it makes it really tough for him to get in there. He does have the safety with the rockets, but there are definitely going to be those moments, and there's a lot of people that can jump on him and kill him. Spurg doing a great job of baiting. Music X trying to push the wave in now, and we do, like we said, we had the kill, but despite that kill, about a 15 CS lead for Music X against Lost in the Sauce as Espen's rolling in. Gonna drop a little present for his buddy. There goes the Rift Herald. Gonna try and get some plates.
You know, and at this point in the lane state, Music really cannot fight Bovie. Oh, here we go. We got another fight.
Oh yeah, no, knockup going down. Rudy, wow, lot of push down onto Swiss Army Cabinet. Unstoppable. Lost in the
And
sauce,
another
getting
fight
pushed
top
back.
lane.
He immediately ults Espen. Is this going to be another solo kill? Yes, it will. Lost in the sauce with the pain. Spur coming in for the counter gank, forces the flash. He does not care. He is Udyr, going to roll in, gets the chilling smite down. Music X going incredibly low. There goes the pull. There goes the grab. And it looks like Lost in the Sauce a little bit offended he did not get MVP last week. I'm not on Urgot.
Yeah.
I don't care. I'm 2-0-1 and dominating this top lane. Blood Money's clearly in the driver's seat. 3,000 gold, 4,000 gold up almost.
Yeah, see, what I was going to say right before that series of events there was that with that leeching Lear, you cannot fight that Mordekaiser. Not on his terms. And certainly not as a melee character that has no healing cut.
No, you certainly can't. And that was one of the major things that we watched for with Espen, which is Espen at his best, making things happen. Espen at his worst, forcing things to happen. And that is the line that he rides. And when he's good, he is so good. But it really is a team activity of them talking to each other and saying, hey, like, these are the lanes we want to focus on. This is how we want to play the game. And that was just an example of maybe overestimating the power of that Hecarim. He did a great job engaging under turret, pushed Lost in the Sauce out, but Lost in the Sauce had his ulti up and he was just able to knock him down. So we need to see, can Espen level himself out a little bit? He's still 2-2-0, but he is definitely down in farm, and Spurg is doing the Udyr. He's doing Udyr things, and it is definitely scary as teleport coming in for Lost in the Sauce. Now, very clearly ahead in this lane.
Yeah, and that farm lead that we mentioned earlier, just about gone in the top lane, and with plates almost down entirely on both sides, both these top laners have a fair bit of gold.
Yes, they do, as Spurg is doing a little bit of lane cleanup. Dragon has spawned. He is here. Wojtek is lurking around as well with Espen, so it looks like we're going to have a fight for this second dragon as Blood TP's in. His ulti is up, TP is down.
Lord's on the way.
Sauce, however, will not be able to join them, and so they may be able to get a numbers advantage with Music X getting this teleport. However, Dragon is going down incredibly fast as 4 members of the team are here for the Blood Monies, and they're going to secure it no problem. Wow, completely uncontested by Pickle.
Yeah, just decided to seed that.
Yeah.
Decided they didn't have the map pressure and the tempo, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. Wow.
Although, I will say, if Music decides to come down for that, he loses minimum a wave and a tower, first tower, but it looks like they're going to lose tower bot lane anyways.
Yeah.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
Yep, there it goes. First turret down, bot lane. Clearly a win for Speedy Bandito and Rudy, putting a stamp on what has arguably been one of the best top lanes in the TCL this season. As an ulti goes down, Swiss Army Cabinet rolling mid. Blood actually DM'd me before this saying, I'm curious how many times Swiss Army Cabinet's going to come mid. As the ulti goes down, trying to make something happen. Spurg is there, but Espen with the big ulti from Hecarim hitting both members. Sorry, just hitting Spurg. Spurg, however, he is the Udyr. He will not be denied. He is running in and putting some damage out, but a lot of bluster, but no kills. A lot of ultis burned, but actually I didn't really see a lot of summoners burned, so just a lot of people hitting each other, spamming some abilities, but no major cooldowns blown outside of a couple ultimates.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, no summoners burned. Cho'Gath ultimate just came back online. We have more nothing really happening in the top lane.
Yeah, well, except for that top turret, yikes.
Yeah, it's going down eventually. And with the mid laners rotated out, Gangplank has rotated to bot lane. I think I might be cursed on, or at least I have the casters cursed on predicting games, because if this goes the way of BMS, that puts me at 0-for-6, I think, on the season.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Spurg trying to go for the blast code. Espen doing a great job of denying him. Spurg does have his flash up. He does use it. Swiss Army Cabinet, though, is right there. He seems to be everywhere as the top turret goes down. So once again, Espen trying to make things happen. Doesn't misfire. Does as much as he can. Forces the flash out of Spurg, which is going to be great for Udyr, who has some good general mobility, but really could use that flash. Spurg a little bit overextended, able to knock out this Scuttle Crab, though, and gets away, no problem.
Big juke on that Jinx zap. Love to see that. Little fancy footwork.
Oh, hey, by the way, you were totally correct. You were totally correct. Check out that Wojtek first item.
Yep, Everfrost. I mean, it's also, even just in the vacuum of mid lane against Gangplank, one more CC to try to bait out that orange. Big utility for that matchup. But it looks like he's going to go straight into that Fimbulwinter second item, perhaps.
Yep. Another Kindle Gem, wanting that health, wanting ability. Let's actually do the Cho'Gath stack. He is at full stacks, so he's got about 2,700 health at the moment. We'll definitely keep an eye on those stacks and see them as they continue to roll. Meanwhile, in the jungle, on the Spurg, definitely continue to exert his authority. 40 jungle CS up on Espen, and it looks like Blood Monies are going to be able to grab the Rift Herald once again, and I would expect that Buddy's going straight mid to knock down that mid turret, the last outer turret standing.
Right, and with that, they will have established some real map dominance here. Big pressure in all three lanes, and it really just kind of came through virtue of bot lane got fed.
Oh yeah, bot lane got fed, and top lane punished all the attention that it got. Lost in the sauce. Got a little bit of Spurg attention, got a little love, but for the most part, he was up there alone, but certainly not afraid. As Swiss Army Cabinet and Espen kind of trying to hang out, see if they can do something. But right now, the Blood Money's clearly in the driver's seat, and say what you will about Blood, he certainly knows what to do with a lead.
Yeah, that he does. And Bovie looking again really strong on this Mordekaiser pick. Something that, given you kind of even mentioned it earlier. You talked about that TCL top laner pool.
Yup, as Swiss Army Cabinet walking in, getting a little overextended, trying to force something. Blood, however, is able to knock him out. Espen as well. And in the bot lane, Spurg, solo Udyr, able to solo the turret. Is he going to turn onto Wojtek is the question. Goes for the stun. Looks like he's going to get out of there. Yeah. Good juke. Runs away. Flash, though, as the mid inner turret goes down. So the Blood Money's taking full advantage of Spurg, sowing chaos as the carry split push jungler, just being a menace. What is that? Oh, but is he a little bit overextended? Wojtek trying to make something happen. Rudy misses the knockup. There is I don't think he got the Ornhorn. I didn't see it. He was off camera, but Music X gets punished almost immediately, trying to secure that kill. And yes, Spurg does escape, and Dragon is up. The Blood Monies are running this game over right now.
Yeah, and that's both Flash and Ignite from the Cho'Gath. And his ult is now off cooldown. Not in position to do anything. And this one is definitely looking squarely in favor of Blood Monies.
Yeah, they are at this point 8,000 gold ahead, about a little bit more than that. 11 kills to 2, 5 towers, 3 dragons. They're on soul point already. We've got major items hitting across the board. Riftmaker for Lost in the Sauce, Kraken Slayer, as well as Lord Dominic. So we got a 2-item Zaya rolling in. On the other side, only the Gale Force and a Zeal for the Jinx. And yeah, this is absolutely Blood Money's game to lose. That is the question. They're hitting their mid-game spike, and this is what their team is built for. They're built for that mid-game power spike with a little bit of an insurance policy. So let's see what they're going to do with that lead and how they're going to play the map, knowing that they've got a lot of advantage.
Right, and so what I was going to say earlier is that this Mordekaiser pick is really strong for Bovie here, not just in this game, but you talk about that quote-unquote TCL top laner pool, and you're not wrong. I mean, the Ornn, the Malphite, the Cho'Gath, Sion to some extent. Nice little take from Tail Whip there, grabbing that blue.
Oh yeah, great job, Tail Whip. Nice steal.
Love to see it. those tank top laners, Mordekaiser is one of the champions that does generally well into all of them, because you finish that first item, Voidmaker, Riftmaker, and you just beat the crap out of them, and you're healing yourself the whole time. And it's not exactly efficient for them to build anti-heal because they're a tank, so they want to build Bramble Vest, but you're an AP champion, so they don't really want to build armor.
Yeah, it's a really weird build path against the Mordekaiser, and he's a nasty split pusher. He can team fight incredibly well, taking a major carry out of the equation as Wojtek gets grabbed, gets chunked. Wow, they are to quote Bully, they are throwing their wallets at them right now. It is rough to watch some of this poke coming out of a champion that you typically don't associate with poke.
Yeah. Stat check anyone?
Yes, seriously. That's always going to be the question. The one saving grace is those objective bounties, but Blood is doing what he does.
Gangplank
up, global.
split.
Yep, Gangplank split. Going to take that turret, and Spurg, Lost in the Sauce, and Rudy are all there. Espen's going to look for the fight. Swiss Army Cabinet going to get bonked. Lost in the Sauce.
Ooh!
Enjoying his time as Mordekaiser.
No!
Another bonk, a
No!
triple bonk, and that is going to be top inner going down. And while all of that has been happening,
no!
flash through onto Tail Whip. Tail Whip really trying to make something happen. He's not able to do it. Speedy Bandito is unstoppable. And while all of this has been happening, Music X desperately trying to stop Blood from taking the inhibitor, doing a great job of it. Actually couldn't stop it, but ooh, flash out, counter flash from Music. Will he win this 1v1?
Oh,
There
no,
he does. Yes,
W.
great shutdown from Music X, saving the inhibitor. Unfortunately, the rest of his team got completely decimated. Top inner actually staying up. So it's the little victories when you're this far behind. 11,000 gold in the case of Pickles on Pizza.
I know Vrail is watching the game. Oh, there it is. Vrail relatable content, he says. I wonder why he might think that.
No idea.
Wait, Rudy, you missed the back.
Yeah, no idea why he would say anything like that. There's no clue. Although I will say that when Vrail, when that happened, they were like, I think they were like 40-50 minutes into the game.
Oh, definitely.
Point.
Yeah, no,
So
it was literally
game,
twice this long of a game.
Yeah, this early in the game, I don't think they're really going to lose any sleep over this.
Ooh, there's an ornament coming through.
Quick item note, yeah, Prowler's Claw and Last Whisper finished for Bloodbath and Beyond at this point.
Nice.
As well as Demonic Embrace on the side of Lost in the Sauce. So items are starting to stack up. Randuin's on the side in addition to the Rhymeforged Grasp for Music X. So items are starting to hit, but the question is the pace at which they're going to hit. Asterisk Army Cabinet goes in, tries to make something happen. Been able to get a Goldsmith off, but it does not matter because they are rolling in without any help. Speedy Bandito is dominating, and it is just a smorgasbord of kills. Ride the Blast Cone, wait on the Dragon. Dragon's coming up soon. 10 seconds. Here's Soul. I'm expecting game after this.
Mordekaiser is absolutely yoked. He is gigantic. This man has never skipped leg day because he is carrying his whole team.
Well, the nice thing is they take turns carrying each other. Everybody's kind of had their moment. But I completely agree with you. Look at that kill participation. He is undead in addition to being Mordekaiser. 6-0-5, 11 out of 18 kill participation. That is fantastic. Matched only by Tail Whip and usurped by
let's not forget about Rudy.
Yo, 14 out of 18 kill participation, doing real good. So the carries are carrying, the bruises are bruising, and the supports are supporting as they roll in for what is probably going to be a free Baron. Although here comes Pickles on Pizza to contest.
Crazy to see 3 deathless.
Oh,
no way!
Wow. Yeah, so definitely contested and stolen. Beautiful play by Tail Whip. They're hanging on by their fingernails. But plays like that with the objective bounty keeps them in it.
It's a game. It's a game, ladies and gentlemen. We like to see this.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy to me that I'm looking at 3 deathless scorelines on one team and 3 killless scorelines on the other team.
Yeah, that's the name of the game, and that's the question, right? At this point, you're gonna do your best if you're Pickles on Pizzas. Try and stay in this game. Try to fatigue, fatigue the blood monies as long as you can, right? Put the seed of doubt. Can we win this game? Can we? Are we letting our leads slip away? Did we throw? Right? That's the poison of the comms. Oh my God, did we just throw? Still looking pretty strongly in favor of the blood money. So in the back of their mind, they're also thinking of, okay, what does game 2 look like? You know, you're going to get a game 2.
Right.
What adjustments are you going to be making game 2? A big thing I want to look at is I want Wojtek on a carry again. You know, he is their guy.
Yeah.
And when he can carry, he's doing great. And it's kind of hard to carry on a Cho'Gath.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I do dig the Cho'Gath. I really do.
Oh, me too.
But you're right. That is it's that simple. It's you've got a bunch of other positions that aren't carrying, so you kind of have to.
That's
Yeah.
the other question is, or just looking at the composition, that puts a lot of pressure on Caleb, and it seems like once they blow him up, the rest of his team doesn't really have the ability to do it as blood monies are rolling in greatly on ultimate, but it isn't really able to do much as Rudy is being super aggressive, does get the knock up onto Wojtek, and the back line is rolling in and being a front line. Inhibitor goes down, and the blood monies are in a retreat. Espen,
oh, that was a big flash.
With Speedy Bandito, great ability to do that, but there goes reset number 1. Espen slaying Bloodbath and Beyond.
Oh no!
Oh, but Speedy Bandito cruising for anybody that wants a bruising, and Spurg is just gonna roll in. Ow! Wow! Wojtek actually eats him alive. Music X is gonna be legendary.
Wait, tail whip?
Music X is going to die. Speedy Bandito is going to be legendary, and a little bit of a sloppy retreat on the side of the blood monies to Spurg and Blood both getting shut down, I believe. Speedy Bandito able to get out, and on the other side of the map, Mr. Lost in the Sauce taking top inner. Yikes.
Yeah, and people are bringing up the Cho'Gath build in chat. I see it. Like obviously he was gonna go demonic. He's just pushing the health and the AP. I do agree that maybe forego that Fimbulwinter. You don't really need it.
Say more about that.
I think so. I think he wants AP. You're right. They need a carry. They're not getting really the damage out of the Jinx that they need yet. Ornn's Ornn. He's doing Ornn things, and for the moment, it feels like Hecarim is more of a utility champion. You're using his ultimate for what it's worth in his E. He's not really carrying the fight either in damage. But if you give that Cho'Gath a little bit of AP, those Qs that he hits just kind of one-off become a little bit more significant. And frankly, I was trying to watch during that fight. I'm checking Fimbulwinter. He's shielded 560 damage. On the champions that I build Fimbulwinter on, you get in one fight and you've shielded 1,000 damage. It's not coming through for him.
No,
I think that would have been more discretionary if he had a little bit more gold to play with.
Well, there's the other consideration. There is the Gangplank and the Xayah. If Plank has his barrels set up, he's definitely a long-range champion. But both of them really kind of need to get into things. And when you have a full AP Cho that can just yell at them as they walk up, that's some really nasty poke. By contrast, they can just run at, when there's no deterrence from them just running at Tailwhip, he is the hyper carry, and also they don't really have a lot of protection mechanics.
Right.
That is a big thing.
A lot more
engaged.
engaged.
Engaged champion, she doesn't really have the ability to protect the Jinx. She wants to go in, she wants to fight, she wants to lock people up. Hecarim, same thing. The only real deterrent they have is the Cho CC and a little bit of the Ornn CC as well. So if that Cho CC is laced with ability power, that's a lot nastier of a problem as Lost in the Sauce grabs the top inhibitor turret. He is just continuing to cruise along. I don't think he got the memo that League of Legends is a game that is played in other lanes. He's content to stay in the top lane, but he does get knocked up. A lot of damage coming down on him. He flashes out, but the rest of the Blood Monies is there. Spurg rolling in, beating up on Swiss Army Cabinet. There is Tailwhip. Spurg continuing to stay and tank under turret. Who is this man? As Speedy Bandito is legendary. Rolling through, shut down, however, onto the Rakan. And there goes Lost in the Sauce. The carries of this game, Lost in the
Wow.
Sauce and Speedy Bandito doing work.
Wow.
Still not dead. The GGs are rolling out, and this is going to be game one, going to the Blood Monies, looking
Yeah.
to make a statement in this series and in the season to come.
I
Woof.
gotta drop it in there. Rudy did not maintain the perfect KDA. He did drop a death at the end.
Oh no.
Oh
That
no.
just negates everything he did.
Yeah, no, I feel like at this point we can't say
Yep.
anything good about him anymore. Like
Nope. Nope.
he
Yep.
ran it.
Unfortunately.
He just ran
Yep.
it.
Nope. Doesn't matter.
Imagine dying.
He died
Like
once as a support. Who
right? You're a
who
support.
dies as
Like
a support? I know.
crazy.
I'm insulted, frankly, watching him. But no, in all seriousness, I did throw a little shade at Rudy for his recon play.
I
in
think
the
he took
last
it
series.
personally.
Good. I hope he did, because he was spectacular, and maybe I'll do that more often if that's how he's going to play, because he landed almost every knockup. He was fantastic, and clearly that additional those additional days of practice really paid off.
Yeah.
With that bot lane, and it was great to see. I love seeing that. By contrast, we got to see some changes on the draft side for Pickles on Pizza, and yeah, I think we've kind of talked that to death. We're gonna see what they are going to be busting out when we come back from game 2. Blood Money's taking it game 1. We're gonna take a little break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Alrighty, welcome back. We are week 4, day 1 of the TCL. We are game 2 of week 4 of day 1 of the TCL, where we have the Pickles on Pizza, the Pickles on Pizza, the number one seed, undefeated team, only undefeated after last week, losing in pretty convincing fashion against the Blood Monies. Wow, what a dominating performance on the side of the Blood Monies. And you had mentioned that there might be some interesting shenanigans on the draft side.
Yes.
Did they have to win or lose in order for those shenanigans to occur?
So it was based off of more what sides was selected here, and they chose red side.
Mm-hmm.
Pop, that is, chose red side. So spicy take here. We may not see the same bands. Rather than the Trundle ban, we will see a Zaya ban because we're expecting Tailwhip and Swiss to prioritize that Zaya Rakan lovers duo. And I think a strong part of this push is actually from Rudy. They wanna shake that up and force them onto something else.
Okay. Well, they definitely did last time, and it seemed to work. Because when Tailwhip was on that Jinx, he was not as effective. He had his moments, right? He had a couple of those flashes, but the Blood Monies just ran over that game. We're out of the game, right? We don't have to keep it moving. They ran that game over. That was incredibly impressive on the side of the Blood Monies. We would be remiss if we didn't talk about Lost in the Sauce absolutely obliterating his lane, getting a solo kill. I believe he got a 1v2 turnaround kill when on the attempted dive. And every single member of the Blood Monies really stepping up and doing their job, which is, depending upon what your pick is and what your position is, that can be really hard to do. But they just left Lost in the Sauce alone. Spurg farmed his butt off. Blood did the gangplank as Tarek and Zeri are bound. There's the Zaya ban. You called it. Well done. Nice detective work. Good early back channeling to make sure that we get the real details, the tea, as the kids would say.
Yes.
And we'll have to see what the final ban is. As Blood Monies have the blue side, which I always love to say it's a 4th ban as Mordekaiser goes down.
Yeah, that's well within expectations, I think. Music still looking for a tank pick. Bovi's just demonstrated that he's more than willing to abuse it with Mordekaiser. There's the Trundle. I was gonna say it's with the Trundle ban dropped, it's got to be a quick lock.
Yep. That's a flex. You know, you can run the Trundle top. You can run him jungle. Spurg did just play a run at you champion. Trundle is a run at you champion. Trundle beats the absolute tar out of Amumu as well, who has just been locked along with the Aphelios. Tailwhip being pushed onto another champion. Successful. Game 2. What are they going to pick in response to this?
I think Spurg has 4 games in the last 24 hours on Trundle. So I'm 99% sure that's going to Spurg. Also, I would love to see Bovi take it, though. I would love to see them give something else to Spurg.
He could. I don't know if that's in Bovi's or in
I don't think it is.
In the Sauce. It was like, who's Bovi?
Yeah.
I guess everybody watching knows Bovi. But this, not Sauce's wheelhouse. He could probably play it. It's a fairly straightforward champion. You run up, you hit things.
Right.
As things,
you press R.
Things die, you press R, you steal their stats, pillar, etc., etc. Caitlyn being grabbed by Speedy Bandito, lane bully, Aphelios taking a little bit of time to spin up. Oh man. Yes, please. All right, hyper aggro lane, love it.
Yeah.
They are looking to beat this Aphelios up early, and I'm loving every second of it.
They said, "How dare you pick that Aphelios? What late game?
What late game?
What late game? You don't even get out of laning phase."
Yep.
All right, we're gonna see both mid laners held the second round, right?
Probably. Yep, there's Leona. Okay, Swiss Army Cabinet. Going back to the well with Leona. It looks like they're doing a little bit of a change, but this is still a straight up team fight lane. I want to see what Wojtek is going to bring to the table. There's a lot of control mages still up for grabs, and there's no way the Blood Monies are going to be able to get through it. Looking at this team comp, An Oriana, depending upon how how good she is or how comfortable Wojtek is, that is potentially on the table as the Vlad is knocked out. I don't think they're going to let him have Ari. I would assume they'd ban that away immediately.
Yeah, I'm
But
guessing it comes up again.
yeah, there's a lot of press R drop damage onto CC champions that Wojtek could grab. That could complement the Felios, maybe something that's a little bit more of a bully early to try and draw a little bit more attention. There goes the Ari. This is the waiting game. This is the mind game as the second wave of bans go down.
Yeah, how many targets do you want to give the Trundle to ult? Or do you just say screw it? Just give him 3, he can't ult all of them.
I mean, if Kalen's hitting for free, I don't know. I don't think it really matters who he ults because Kalen's just going to beat her up. Okay, there's the Ornn ban. So now they're targeting music specifically.
I like that.
Yeah, me too. They're forcing him down and forcing him down into his pool, something he's less comfortable with. He could always just bust out the Cho if he wants to. He's hovering Malphite right now. Will it be the Rock?
I don't love Malphite with the rest of his team right now.
The Nasus. Okay.
That's much better. We have 2 engaged champions already, right? Like give me something spicy in the top lane. We already got the Amumu and the Leona. They're doing the boring crap for us.
True. The press R on enemy carry.
Yeah.
That is the high skill champion. Press R. Champion is locked up. No, I'm joking. I've seen many a terrible Leona ult. As Set is picked up, that is actually a classic Lost in the Sauce pick. He is a man of very focused champions. He knows the champions he likes. He plays the champions he likes. Set is one of those champions that he likes. As we see Bloodbath and Beyond, he loves his counter pick. Boy, another AD heavy comp. Will they do it, or will he go with some magic damage? Oh, they forgot about the Twisted Fate. Oops.
Wait a minute.
Oops.
How'd that get through?
Uh-oh. What
Yikers.
will
But
Twisted Fate has a lot of counters. And Wojtek has last pick.
Right.
What will he pick to try and shut this TF down? I love it. He's safe. He deals a lot of damage. He's a bully, and he responds incredibly well from a long range to Amumu and Leona pressing R on the carries. The Xerath from Wojtek. It feels like a very Wojtek champion, I gotta say.
This is a great comp. You've got your Leona and your Mumus getting in there, initiating, throwing down the lockdown CC. You've got Music gets to do basically whatever he wants in this team fight. Just go wherever he needs to go. And you've got a solid backline between Aphelios and Voy. I think this is potential for Music and Bovie, or Music and Lost in the Sauce both, to show us something in this top lane though. These are both both of these champions can make stuff happen. Granted, Nasus isn't exactly what you'd call super interactive in the sense that like these 2022 champs are, but I mean he can do stuff, right?
Yeah, he can walk up and hit minions and get stronger, and walk up and hit more minions and get stronger, and just continue to do so for a while until he walks up and hits you, and then you disappear.
And you're a minion, and he gets stronger.
Yeah, then he gets stronger. Exactly. It's what are you talking about? That is like the most complex gameplay I've ever seen in my life. What do you? Yeah. Let's talk about the total composition. We have a classic team fight composition with a split push option against a straight up pick off comp. Now, there is some team fighting components, but with the TF, the Nautilus, the Set, even the Trundle, if there is a champion caught in a rotation, like a Xerath or an Aphelios, that champion is going to die.
Gray screen simulator.
Oh, yeah.
Where's Spirit of Fate? This is a high value ward game.
Oh yeah, this is where they're gonna be.
This is a vision game for sure.
We say they, it's like which they. Well, Pickles on Pizza they, because they need to make sure that no matter what happens, they do not get caught, because Set has a displace, right? Set can displace you back into the team. TF has a free targeted stun. Nautilus has a free targeted knock up which basically gives him a free stun.
Let's not forget
Assuming,
about the
yeah,
auto attack route and the Q. I mean, that's a displacement slash stun thing, and then you've got
yep,
your AOE
yep,
slow around him. Like,
yep.
talk about pick potential.
Oh yeah, and another thing to note, and this is the main weakness of Pickles on Pizza's comp, Xerath and Aphelios very low mobility. There's
Very
not a lot that they're going to be doing, and once again, Espen and Swiss Army Cabinet electing for engaged champions, so there isn't
right,
a lot of peel on the
right,
side of Pickles on Pizza for the Xerath and Aphelios. So what it's looking like is they're going to post up as 4 and let Nasus do what he does
right,
and play Farmville.
right. Alternatively, I mean, from the side of Blood Monies, it looks like you engage a fight with your set Trundle Nautilus. Caitlyn's dishing your damage, and then you're looking for an opportunity to put your TF on the back line to do something about the Aphelios of the Xerath. Or I mean, maybe he's playing as an artillery champion,
Or
but I
or
could
are
see.
we going to see
Okay,
1-3-1? Could we see a 1-3-1
that
out
yeah,
on the
yeah,
side of Blood Monies?
yeah. That's the other option is. I mean, Trundle and Set both do pretty well in a side lane. TF, like, I mean, the definition of solo pressure.
Yep.
I wish there was a Camille somewhere in this game. That
Oh,
would
that
be
would be
really interesting.
yeah, that'd be fun. She'd be a great match. She'd be a great match for the well, I mean Nasus early probably, but I mean especially against the TF, she'd just blow him
Yeah.
up.
Yep.
That'd be great. But I love the Xerath pick. TF is just gonna have it's gonna be fancy footwork, right? I
Right.
expect early boots out of Blood in order to dodge all those Qs, but this is in my opinion, this is Wojtek's lane to lose.
Do
Um, However, all right, let's do predictions a little early before we get into it.
okay.
Who are you taking for this game too?
I'm gonna reverse psychology this,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take Blood Monies. I'm not gonna elaborate any further though. I'm pretty sure I'm just cursed.
Okay. No context, mic drop, Blood Monies.
Yep. Yep. That's it. And I'll elaborate further after the game. I guess you guys are just gonna have to trust me that whatever I say, I had planned out ahead of time.
Yeah, absolutely. There's no logic needed.
There's no
No,
2020 hindsight or anything going on. This is
absolutely not. We would never do that. That's caster integrity. Why would we ever?
absolutely
No, of course not.
the
I agree with
embodiment
you.
of integrity.
I agree with you. I think Blood Monies actually has the cleaner composition, with a bit of an asterisk. I would love to see Pickles on Pizza pull this one out. I think they've got a lot of different tools that they can use in order to be just really
Nasus,
annoying.
baby.
Yeah, they got the Nasus. Well, they got the Nasus. They got the
gonna-
late game Aphelios. They got the Nasus, and also just Wojtek. They have Wojtek on a carry, and if Wojtek can really shut Bloodbath and Beyond down, or match his global pressure, because Xerath doesn't have a global ult, but he does have semi long range. He's got the artillery. He can kind of
Definitely.
counterbalance the TF. I think you're right. I think Blood Monies have a great comp, and I think they're probably going to take this one, assuming that they execute properly.
Xerath
As
roams are
we are
just so
rolling in.
funny.
I just want to see. I want to see the the Xerath pain and Wojtek. Wojtek's fun to watch when he's carrying. So
Right, definitely.
Same side starts. A blue start for Espen and red start for Spurg, and we are into game 2.
Yeah, dude,
Pickles on Pizza.
Xerath roams are just so funny because he only has to go like between like a third and a quarter of the way to the lane, and he's like, "Oh, hello, I am now a part of this fight," and then he
Yeah.
just takes the 4 steps back to his lane, and it's like he never even left. Toxic.
Yeah, it's great. Just the worst. Let's see if there's going to be a similar pressure from Tailwhip in Swiss Army Cabinet. Who is going to hit level 2 first? Looks like Rudy and Speedy and Bandito are a little bit less scared as they were with the Xayah
Right.
Rakan. Swiss Army Cabinet not able to hard hit either of them, but the pokes down from Wojtek onto Blood. That is just a miserable lane for him as Lost in the Sauce doing the 1-2 onto Music X Nasus, not known for his early game.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a little confession here. I'm gonna reveal a previous summoner name that I used to play under.
Okay.
And
You sure you
it
wanna do
was yeah. No, I was a little bit proud of this. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
In before I get memed in the chat. But my summoner name back at the time when I was a proud bronze Nasus main was Darude Stackstorm. And man, when I say I love what I love, yeah, Stackstorm.
Oh
But
man, I
I
love it.
think
I love
something
it.
something didn't work about that. Oh, I couldn't use A, so I had to use a capital Q for my A. It was interesting.
So it was Darude. It was like the A in Darude or the A in
No,
Stack.
the
As
Darude- the
Rudy,
Stack-
sorry,
the-
going in,
the
forces the
Stack.
flash immediately onto Wojtek. Clearly a little bit of a security detail for the Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate actually having to flash.
Right.
Having to flash. They were trying to go for the early kill. However, Wojtek able to get out of there. But flash down, we're assuming probably a repeat gank. As Rudy doing his best Swiss Army Cabinet impression, roaming mid lane.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was the Q and the Stackstorm that was okay.
Oh, let's see. Lost in the sauce.
Early
does
W,
pull
I
in.
like
He's gonna
it.
try and get a counter kill onto Music X. Music X, however, has potions rolling. There goes the stun. Lost in the sauce running away. Does
W back
not
up?
have
Nope.
flash. Flash in first blood, and I believe that was Q. That was a Q. So
That's
first
game.
blood plus stacks. GG, y'all.
This is
Pack
your
it up.
this is
We're
your
done.
certified bronze Nasus one trick right here, telling you that is game. It's over. You can't give. Not only did you give Nasus the first blood, but he stacked you. He got 6 stacks. You're essentially a cannon minion now.
I don't know if you heard, but actually when that happens, your mouse and keyboard are disabled for 5 minutes out of shot.
Just sit there and think about what you've done. You gave Nasus
only
first blood.
only pre 5 minutes. That's the only time it happens.
I love it. I love it. He's got how many stacks? 57. He's about to hit 60.
Yep, 57 stacks at this point. As the hook goes down, Root as well. Great slow onto both champions. Swiss Army Cabinet
They're split.
with the counter engage. Speedy Bandito going a little bit low, but he is still Caitlyn. He is still auto-attacking, but Tail Whip trying to be the Aphelios. Flashes in, does not get it. Speedy Bandito getting out with his leg.
Nautilus
But
OP.
Rudy, he is the battle. Nautilus and the fadeaway. Speedy Bandito able to knock out Tail Whip, and Rudy is not to be denied. He is going to wait for his passive to come back up, and here comes Spurg to finish things off. Swiss Army Cabinet at this point says, nope, there's the assist, there's the bonk, and that's a 2-0 Caitlyn early in this
jungler
game.
KP, saving the kill for the AD carry.
Yup.
Oh, they took that last game personally.
I absolutely think they took that last game personally, and they want to show that the supposedly the best top lane in TCL ain't got nothing on these two, because they are cruising at this point. The Blood Money's looking to make a statement that they are not only potential contenders, but they can knock off the only undefeated team in the TCL. They are making Pickles on Pizza look almost pedestrian after Pickles on Pizza did an incredible number on the Mariachi Mullets, the other undefeated team. This is a wild series, and not gonna lie, man, not what I was expecting.
Yeah. This is Rudy.
Oh no, Rudy.
Just a little free damage. He's got no mana. There's nothing going on there.
No big.
Nautilus.
Ow! At the
Let's
bonk.
talk about Nautilus for a second though. Like, he won that fight pretty much single-handedly by just being Nautilus. I love it. The champ's crazy. And if my teammates were a little bit more fun, we could see a Nautilus top lane.
Yeah, let's give Rudy his due for landing his skill shots, right? Because that started that whole fight. He got a great hook in there, and he was able to slow both of them, forcing Swiss Army Cabinet out of position into the counter engage. And also credit to Speedy knowing when to get out, Rudy staying in, being the tank, and the beautiful over the wall. I don't know if that was blind as the ulti comes in. First TF ulti for Blood, but Music, will he be able to get the kill? Yes, he does.
That's
Music
a stack.
X! Oh my goodness! Keeping hope alive. But there's the ghost. Bloodbath and Beyond probably going to be able to knock him out. However, Flash coming in, maybe not. Will Bloodbath and Beyond be able to take care of him? But there's the stun. But Blood was shut down as the semi-global rolls in. Wojtek, there's that Xerath we were talking about. And while the Blood Monies had that lead, they thought, oh, we got this. Caitlyn fed. We're good to go. Top lane says no. The doggy dog will be the doggy dog. And away we go. As another, wow, what a great hook from Rudy. Rudy rolling tail whip into whatever he wants. Counter kill going down. Speedy Bandito Yikes. Speedy Bandito 3-0, all on the back of those Rudy hooks. Rudy on fire today, game 1 and game 2.
We've got 96 stacks on the Nasus coming through at the 8-minute mark. It's looking good for Nasus. I'll expand a little bit on the stacks later, but for now, if it didn't suggest that Rudy disregarded the rules and was in the stream, I would say he heard what you said before the game. And this is specifically to make you eat your words. But that would insinuate that he was watching the stream, and we know he wouldn't do that.
Absolutely not. No, he would never do that. As Rudy rolls in, once again, roaming mid, trying to make something happen. Espen, however,
Blood's
is there.
trouble.
Does get this gun down. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of Xerath. Lands another bandage toss. He gets the counter stun, but it's not going to be enough. Espen stealing the kill. Bloodthirsty jungler. Swiss Army Cabinet there as well. But on the other side, Spurg and Tail Whip cruising. The jungle pick Spurg trying to actually solo this. Does secure it with the snare, but Spurg is able to get out, gets the flash. He's rolling away. We got ourselves a potential game 2.
Oh, and a fight in the top
And
lane.
I'm talking about maybe a series. Let's go. Let's go. I want to see these. I want to see Pickles on Pizza calm it down and bring it back right here. Game 3. Let's go.
Okay, so in this top lane,
So much happened. Oh my goodness.
what was that?
And so much happened, it's like, yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah.
need to pause. Oh, sorry, there's more happening. Rudy, however, overextending a little bit. Leonel goes down onto the Caitlyn. Rudy's pretty low. Wojtek going for the roam, gets the artillery. Wojtek slaying Rudy, and that is going to be a double kill in the bot lane. Shut down. 2 kills onto onto Wojtek, who is carrying his butt off with this Xerath. 9 minutes in, and a 2,000 gold lead for Pickles on Pizza. I guess they took that game 1 personally, as you mentioned.
Yeah, so what was that you were saying about Wojtek should play more tanks?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. I think Wojtek should absolutely play more tanks. That's he doesn't need to carry. He doesn't need to be on a damage dealer. He doesn't need to be landing skill shots. What are you talking about? Let's
I think
do it.
we should see the Rudy special AP Malphite mid from Wojtek. Oh,
Oh no. Spurg showing why
That was
you
a
picked
decision
the
he
Trundle
decided to
against a Mumu, beating him up. Here comes the recovery party. Spurg getting the kill down onto Espen. Bloodbath and Beyond just getting absolutely abused. Swiss Army Cabinet getting the kill. Music X going down
Wow.
as well. Lost in the sauce. There's chaos everywhere. Black is up. Blue is green. Everyone's killing everyone. I don't even know what's going on. That was I think, a 2-for-1 in favor of the Blood Monies. Gold would suggest Pickles on Pizza is still in the lead, but wow. The fun doesn't stop. Stun going down onto Spurg. Wojtek is out of mana, and he wants to get out of there. Woof.
for a little bit of chat engagement, Mr. Tranimal asking, why was the first game such a stomp? He knows there's a Cho'Gath pick. Didn't really see exactly what happened. Chat filled him in that there was a big Xayah Rakan bot lane. I would hasten to mention the Mordekaiser absolutely stopping his lane.
Yeah, I would say that was my big takeaway was the Mordekaiser couple early solo kills. He had a solo kill as well as punished a very aggressive dive on the side of Pickles on Pizza. On the other side, Rudy, we were joking about that, and he took it personally. He took the Rakan feedback personally and was absolutely massive in the bot lane, landing a lot of great knockups and setting his Xayah up to carry to the point where the Xayah drew a ban just so they didn't have to deal with that anymore.
Right.
And he is continuing his play with the Nautilus, landing a lot of skill shots. And yeah, like we said, Wojtek picking a Cho'Gath, building a little bit more like bruisery tank and just not able to impact the game the way he had in previous seasons. Now going back to the well, back on a carry, and he seems a lot happier. Oh my God, that poke.
Yeah, and on that note, we are seeing Wojtek gold graphs here. 1.5k up. We're 12 minutes into the game. Yikes.
And that's a 1-in-3 Twisted Fate. That is
a
not
1-in-3
what
Twisted Fate.
he hasn't really been able to affect the map as he wants to, as Rudy's getting not caught out, but definitely getting beat up a little bit. Early pokes going down. The Ophelia starting to hurt. Here comes
Not
Wojtek
realizing.
once again. Tail whip slaying Rudy. Speedy Bandito on the run. He's incredibly low. He's trying to get some poke down, but he isn't really able to do much. Lost in the sauce a little bit low compared to Music, but Espen rolling in for the dive. They do have the minions, and that's going to be a kill. Wojtek on a rampage, and probably going to be able to maybe get this plate? I don't think so. They may wait for another wave. But Dragon is coming up soon in less than a minute, and they are Pickles on Pizza perfectly in position to take that Dragon. As a little bit of counter push on the mid turret, another plate goes down. Less than 30 seconds to go on that Dragon. 200 stacks on the Nasus, by the way, for those of you paying attention at home.
Yeah, 200 stacks. And if you want like a general rule to go by, in the very early game, you want like a little over 10 stacks more than you have like minutes in the game. So like at the 6-minute mark, you know, you're looking for like a minimum like 60, 70, 8-minute mark, you know, 90 to 100, so on and so forth. Big point being, when you hit that like 16 to 20-minute mark, you need to pass the 400 to 500 stack point to be relevant.
Okay. Well, he seems to be on his way.
He is well on his way.
Yeah, he's looking real good, and Pickles on Pizza also looking real good. A quick note, though, Blood Money's doing a great job of playing the objective game. They do have a Dragon. They do have a Rift Herald. That Rift Herald has not been dropped yet by Sauce. Looks like he's waiting for his moment. That moment may be right here and right now as they push down. Let's see if he is going to drop that Herald as this wave crashes.
Notably not getting that off before tower plates go down, but...
And there's Dragon. Wow.
Speedy.
Wow,
Speedy,
wow,
the sniper.
Mr. Speedy Bandito. 2 Dragons for the Blood Monies. They are staying in this game despite a 3,000 gold deficit on the backs of those Dragons, slowly working their way towards Soul Point. They do have a fantastic mid-game team outside of the Caitlyn, who does drop off a little bit.
Okay.
But he does. But you know, Caitlyn does have. You know, Caitlyn has kills and has farms. So a lot of times you can offset that with items. But we'll have to see, because this is. I think the mid game is gonna tell the tale. As we see a flash coming in, great ultimate from Espen. Speedy Bandito getting completely locked up by Swiss Army Cabinet. He's going low. He's on fire. He's dead. Wojtek cruising through. However, getting neither of the kills. Espen and Swiss Army Cabinet getting both of them, as Bloodbath and Beyond has to run away. Wojtek, though, on the hunt.
Oh, the quick ulti out.
Yeah. He's out.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Wow. That was quite a bit that just happened.
Yup, as Music X gets ambushed, it's the troll, and Lost in the Sauce actually pulls him away and may have squeezed him. Oh, there's the long-range kill. Yeah, that would have been one he would have wanted back if he had done it, if Music X had been able to get away, but across the map in the mid lane, mid-outer turret going down 2 towers for the Pickles on Pizza, 4,000 gold advantage. There goes the Herald. Will top outer go down as well? We will have to see. Big damage going down. Lost in the Sauce, pretty big, pretty full. He's going to go with a quick bonk onto Espen, and it looks like he's going to finally force Espen out and take this turret for himself. Set really great at knocking those tower downs with that quick 1-2. Swiss Army Cabinet deep in enemy territory, and so is the rest of his team. Trying to support him. Rudy not even safe in his own jungle, but Spurg is there saying, this is my jungle. I am the ultimate troll. Great stun from Swiss Army Cabinet. Not enough to knock Spurg out, but this tail whip is able to get the kill down, and that is going to be Spurg going down, Swiss Army on the other side. Messy fight, very aggressive positioning on the side of Pickles on Pizza, trying to exert their authority in the Blood Money's bottom jungle.
Looking really good here. I gotta call attention to last game. There was a Baron stolen by a Jinx rocket from Tail Whip, and now this game, Speedy says, no, I'm not gonna be outdone. So he just decided to yoink that second dragon with his Q. I believe blind over the wall.
I believe you're right as well. He may have trapped, but I don't know. I don't actually think traps give the vision. Can we get a chat or a producer check that traps can give vision for Dragon? If not, I believe you're right. I think it was completely blind. Also, I'm not sure if Jungler had. I don't know. Yeah, just you know, hashtag just Caitlyn things. Do traps get vision? I don't remember, honestly. Maybe they do now. they
Maybe.
didn't.
I
It's
don't know.
season 12. Anything is possible.
Yeah, truly.
But yeah, we'll have to see Rudy getting walking into a very
Oh,
dangerous
big pillar,
situation.
big pillar.
Being forced to flash out. Swiss Army Cabinet. Rudy does miss the hook. He's gonna walk away. No deaths, but summoners blown for Rudy. As the contest is on about the red buff, who will get this red buff? Espen is actually flashes over the wall. Interesting. I believe Spurg secured that. Yeah, Spurg was able to secure that. So he's able to walk away. No problem. Speedy Bandito just out of reach, but those Zareth Qs are starting to hurt. Luden's Echo finished. He is going full damage. Needlessly Large Rod and Sork Shrews, as well as a Hextech Alternator, because why not? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That's gonna be what's gonna happen. And actually, Toki, let's take a look real quick. The Nasus stacks. How are we looking on Nasus?
I can 330 at that 18-minute mark, 18 and a half, almost 19 minutes. So he seemed to have slowed down a little bit as the landing phase comes to a close here. A little bit behind where I was hoping for him to be, but definitely going to be well within that 400 at 20-minute bare minimum that I'm looking for.
Yeah, he absolutely will be. Lost in the sauce, trying to exert his authority. Does get a great long-range stun. Rudy gonna go for a full engage on the Swiss Army Cabinet. Blood drops his stun. Espen getting pulled back by the set, and it's going to be a bloody 1-for-2 in favor of the Blood Monies. Blood Monies rolling their way to Soul Point if they're able to secure this Dragon. Dragon coming up in 5. Tail Whip a little bit low. Lost in the sauce, needs to be careful. Does not have his ulti. And meanwhile in the top lane, Music X just hanging out, doing his thing. Will we see the engage flash coming in onto Wojtek? Wojtek low on mana, low on health. Rudy grabbing the stun, and that is going to be a shutdown onto the Twisted Fate from Tail Whip. Blood Money's not to be denied, stabilizing this game and moving into Soul Point, except for the Nasus being a Nasus as top inner goes down. So still a 3,000 gold lead for Pickles on Pizza, but Blood Money's at Soul Point. That next dragon fight is going to be explosive.
Absolutely. I was curious to see if Blood, as soon as his ultimate came up there, was going to try to pursue the low health Zareth, but he decided to let that go. Just think it was a smart decision. Would have been a little bit greedy, probably waste of an ult. And yeah, looking like the next big fight here will be that dragon. I am looking at this 4-0 and 5 Zareth, and I'm just wondering, like, when is he going to die?
He almost died in that fight. Blood,
absolutely, he was
Blood
close.
Really aggressively. That was a great, great play by Wojtek. I believe. I'll have to check the VOD, but I believe he actually held his flash through that entire fight.
Yeah.
And in the re-engage, finally used it to prevent Blood from finally knocking him out. But this is the danger of that Twisted Fate, able to re-engage. He really held the ghost, went for the first fight, and then went back and went for the second fight. And those long fights, we talk about that, right? Fast fight, short fight. Pickles on Pizza loves the fast fights, right? They want to get in there, they want to fight, they want to blow you up. Whereas there's a longer fight opportunity on the side of the Blood Monies. They do have the burst potential with the Twisted Fate and the Set, but Set, great long fight. Twisted Fate, decent. He's got, he can sit back and fling cards. Caitlyn loves that long fight, right? More fights, there are more crits. So that's, and Trundle as well. So this is going to be a poke and fast fight on the side of Pickles on Pizza versus slow it down. Maybe quick engage into that slow bleed. And Baron is up. So we'll have to see who is going to take that one. I actually really like the Blood Monies in terms of Baron take with the Trundle, Trundle plus Caitlyn plus Set. That's a lot of damage.
Right, and Nasus notably coming through.
Oh no, but Bloodbath and Beyond going for the backline kill onto Wojtek. Challenging Smite is down. Wojtek is low. Wojtek is shut down. Long range cards will do it. Speedy Bandito slaying Swiss Army Cabinet on the backside. Mid outer is still up, and Lost in the Sauce is doing his best to match Music X. Music X being a dog. He's at 400 stacks at this point. Pops his ulti. Lost in the Sauce gonna walking away, and that Nasus matchup is actually a little bit brutal for Lost at this point in this this fight, but the rest of the blood monies are on the way. Stun going down onto Music X. Music X flashing over the wall into the Dragon Pit. It looks like he's going to get out of there. No problem. Espen may not be so lucky. Flash up for Lost in the Sauce. Lost in the Sauce continuing to throw his enemy champions into their teammates, but Rudy was there just in case he tried to do something crazy. That is, once again, a jungle kill down. Jungler down for Pickles on Pizza. Blood Money's in a really great position. Less than 2 minutes on Dragon, so Espen will be up for that. But Blood Money's continuing to find kills. And hey, let's look at that gold. We are back even.
Yeah, out of nowhere, it's all of a sudden shaped itself back up, looking like a dead heat of a game. That NASA's coming through on the 400 stacks about a minute late. Not quite as strong as I would be looking for. He does now have that Divine Sunderer finished. He was rushing the Hullbreaker first, and there is the thing with NASA's split push is you kind of have to not take teleport because you kind of need the ghost. You need the stickiness, you need the movement speed, you need the ability to dodge CCs. I mean, this other team here, he's got, I mean, Set's gonna ult him. He's got a easy stun to hit if he walks up. Nautilus is all over him. And on the split push, he's vulnerable to being ulted on by the Twisted Fate. And that yellow card is basically a death sentence for that Nasus. I mean, provided he doesn't have flash up, which he had to burn on the last time that he was ulted by the TF. Or actually, as a matter of fact, I think TF didn't ult him, he just walked down. Regardless, with the Hullbreaker, he's pretty much said, I'm not going to be with my team. And at that point, I think the teleport is a little bit superfluous because if he decides to fight,
maybe
that Hullbreaker
no,
is like
Rudy! Rudy face blocks. He is a Nautilus. He's very tanky, but he is not going to go down. Actually, in that case, Speedy Bandito is going to go down. Rudy's going to be soon to follow. Bot lane going now, but here comes Bloodbath and Beyond doing the Twisted Fate. Wojtek using the brush very well. Uses the barrier. Wojtek able to stay alive. Unfortunately, the death rattle kill from Bloodbath and Beyond. Max range card, I believe that was. Great play by him. Unfortunately, not enough as Pickles on Pizza going to be able to take this dragon uncontested. And meanwhile, can we take a look in the top lane real quick? Looks like Spurg is going to try to get a kill. Music X going for the inhibitor. All right, let's go back to Dragon real quick, see if he goes for the... No, he's not. He's not going to go for it. Let's watch this Nasus. Let's watch this Nasus take this inhibitor. Music X being a dog as Spurg tries to knock out Tail Whip. Tail Whip's got buddies. Twister Army Cabinet able to knock him out. And Music X pays for it with his life, but he will take that trade all day, every day. 2 for 2. First Dragon to Pickles on Pizza. First Inhibitor to Pickles on Pizza. They are back in the driver's seat, and it is time to hit the gas.
Yeah, I wish I had seen Music X hit the all chat with hashtag worth after that, but I'll take it. That's I mean, that's a Nasus play if I've ever seen one. Sacrifice the body, make the play, take the inhib, give your team the map pressure to set up the next most important objective, which is looking like here a Baron in the works from both sides.
Yep, that is going to be what they're going to do. I would expect Music X to go pitch a tent bot lane now that top lane is cruising on his own, forcing the Blood Monies to respond. There is Lost in the Sauce teleport not up yet. He has to deal with these super minions. Tail Whip going to pick up a red buff as everybody, as you mentioned, positioning around the Baron. Rudy walking in. You need to be careful, man. He keeps face checking, walking through vision. He needs to chill. They need, if they're going to make something happen and go and close this series out, they need to make sure that they're playing high percentage League of Legends. And right now they are opening the door for Pickles on Pizza to continue what they were doing earlier in this game.
Absolutely. Definitely a little bit risky for Rudy to be walking up in that scenario. Thinking he's maybe feeling himself and how tanky he is on this game as opposed to the last game on Rakan. I don't know.
Maybe.
Whatever the case.
He's like support tanky, you know? He's like
right.
He's yeah, we gotta
You're
call
not Leona. You're not Leona.
No, he certainly is. And Espen, however, is very tanky. He's jungler tanky. They're gonna be walking out. Nothing too crazy burned there. By the way, I gotta give Blood some credit for some of the long range card snipes he's been getting. I'm always impressed watching someone do a long range TF card snipe as Music X and Lost in the Sauce continue their war in the bottom lane. Ultimate is burned for Music X, trying to lay his authority down and doing a pretty darn good job of it. Music X slows him down. Is he going to go for the tower dive? He's pretty tanky. Counter flash shut down. Does not care. Blood, however, is going to try and punish him. Does have the ghost. Super slow, but only Ghost slowed as Speedy Bandito from downtown gets the kill. But while that's happening, classic split push. Rest of the team taking Baron. Can they contest? I don't think they can. Oh my god, there's no vision. They have no idea this is happening.
They've got nothing.
Oh, wow. Pickles on pizza with the Ninja Baron. Wow.
That was beautiful. I mean, beautifully executed split push, team-wide. That does not really look like a very fair fight between Set and Nasus at this point.
No, that is
not
a man.
Remotely.
That is a man punching a child at this point, and that is not fair and illegal in almost every state, I believe. So that's they gotta call the Set needs an adult at this point, and that adult was Bloodbath and Beyond. Unfortunately, as soon as Bloodbath Beyond came down to avenge his fallen brethren, Pickles on Pizza, beautiful macro play, making the call, grab the Baron immediately, and no vision on the side of the Blood Monies.
Right, Blood Money's Blood himself having to sacrifice both his global vision and mobility to get down there, make that play. Frankly, I think if that Nasus Wither comes off cooldown any earlier, and he takes any fewer tower shots, that might have been a pretty dead TF we were looking at as well.
Oh, for sure. And oh look, Music X once again cruising. We asked if there was going to be some potential split push. Looks like there is going to be, just not on the side of the Blood Monies. It is a Nasus. That is what he does. Who needs team fights? I'm a Nasus. So he's going to keep cruising. Stack check 543 as of this 567. Excuse me. Music X taking the bot lane. 3 people now to try and handle things as blue turret. The mid inner goes down as well as bot inner. Teleport coming in from Sauce in order to try and defend this. He immediately gets locked down and exploded by Tail Whip, who is on a killing spree. 6, 3, and 5. Big fight coming in, and it is under the turret. Speedy Bandito, however, also on a killing spree, saying,
damage.
I'm still a carry. I'm gonna cruise. Blood gets the red card. Will it be enough? Speedy Bandito rolls in. He does have the red buff. A couple more autos, and that'll do it. That is going to be a dirty 8 for the Blood Monies, and that is also, more importantly, going to be Soul for them. A timely turnaround team fight. Wow. Great play by the Blood Monies, keeping the idea of a 2-0 win against the undefeated Pickles on Pizza alive.
That was something, and that's looking like a speedy diff, if not at the very least a shot calling diff.
I mean, there's also a tower diff. You gotta factor the fact that they were fighting that under mid inhibitor turret, right?
Lost the shot calling diff.
yeah, exactly. You know, there's something to be said about the fact that they have an open inhibitor top lane, right? They could have just walked in and fought in space and, you know, done something there, but for the
instead
first time,
was let's 3-man the set under tower.
Yeah, well, that's what I like to do whenever I feel like throwing a game. I 3-man a set under a tower. 1,000 gold lead for Blood Monies. This is the first time they've had a lead in this game, I believe. Can I get a confirmation from that from production? I believe that is true. Okay, sorry, they had a 200 gold lead earlier in the game, so my bad. But first substantial gold lead in the game for them. Also, we are getting to the point where items are beginning to be finished. Item slots are beginning to become full, and acquiring gold becomes less important than what you do with it. And as you mentioned, Speedy Diff, can he do it? Or will Wojtek exert his will as he has done so many different times in these games? The poke is nasty. The Rabadon's death cap is finished. The Shadow Flame is finished. Xerath has 500 AP at this point. Music X has how much? 80,
600 or so.
624 stacks. So his Q is hitting for 746 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, he's kind of stacking a pace which is unfortunately, I mean, not what I'd like to see. I'd like to see a little bit better, but he has maintained that same, 200 stacks per 10-minute um, rate that he's had since the beginning of the game. That'll keep him relevant.
Oh
Won't
yeah.
be,
It,
won't
well, it'll
be.
keep him more than irrelevant. It'll make
Oh,
him a
definitely.
problem. But the question is, can Pickles on Pizza do something in these team fights? Because Bloodbath and Beyond is very, very quietly being a major pain in Wojtek's side, coming into the back line in these team fights and really freeing Speedy Bandito and allowing him to auto attack. Speedy Bandito, where did he get 11 kills? He just came out of nowhere. 11 kills. He's just been quietly hitting late game, getting his items and cruising. He's at 4-item Caitlyn now at this point.
Yeah, 4-item Caitlyn, and he's hitting like 4-item Caitlyn. That man in that last fight popped off. It was a bit of an ADC display, looking like definitely cough cough better than Luciv. Thoughts?
I have. I
You don't
just
have-
simply
you don't have to
I simply call it like I see it. And in that situation, I would say that Speedy Bandito definitely. Oh yeah, Blood's just hanging out and just being a pain in the butt. He's just throwing cards everywhere.
Yep.
And they are slow sieging this. They're gonna have to do something about that bot lane. There's the blue pings going down, reminding them that there is yes a Nasus and yes someone will have to deal with them. But Baron is up in 5 seconds, and it looks like Team Blood Monies are gonna try and rush for it. We're gonna see a fight here.
Yeah, the thing
Oh my god, look at this trap line though. That's a beautiful trap line. All right, smite fight for sure.
Yeah, Leona just doesn't care.
No, she doesn't. Lost in the sauce, a lot of shield. Espen getting the kill down. He, however, is going to go down. Baron is still up. It's going to be a peel down off of the Baron, and that is going to be a 2-for-1 in favor of Pickles on Pizza as Music X takes advantage and starts shredding this. The backs are being stopped. Will Music X be able to walk in and get the win? Shut down on Spurg. Spurg punishing immediately the overextension. Speedy Bandito dominating, but Music X will not be denied. He is a Nasus. He is big. He is crushing it. Can he take the game 2 and push this to a game 3? Yes, he will. That is game 2 going to Pickles on Pizza on the back of the Music X Nasus.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I could not be happier.
Oh,
For the
man.
record, the reverse psychology worked.
I did.
It did. I said I really thought that Pop was gonna win, but I said
That's
blood
true.
monies. I said blood monies because I'm cursed, and there we go.
That's true. That's how you beat the monkey paw.
I love it. I love it.
That's how you beat the monkey paw.
monkey
You
brain.
just
I mean, look,
figure out
look
you
at that,
figure
look at the
out
hat I'm
the,
wearing. Come on.
yeah, you figure out the trick, and then you just gotta play that way for the rest of your life. So good on you. That's hard to do when you're cursed, you know. You figure out how to live your life anyway.
Couldn't be happier to be wrong though.
Oh yeah, that I mean, I'm always a fan of more League of Legends, and we are going to be going to a game 3. So before we go to a break and catch our breath, what do you think you're going to see? Any adjustments on the side of the Blood Monies?
On the side of the blood, honestly, I think they had the game pretty well in hand. Entirely winnable. They just the call there where they ended up losing in a 5v4 while NASA split push to trying to take the Baron. I think it was just a shot calling issue at the end. I don't think they really need to change much going forward.
Yeah, I completely agree, and we'll have to see what adjustments they make. The Twisted Fate actually doing some decent work despite
Definitely.
a little bit of an early game, but Voy on the Xerath was just a nightmare. And Music X though, tip of the hat to you. Very well done on the Nasus, doing what Nasus does and just being a nuisance. And we'll have to see if he's going to bust it out for game 3. Please don't go anywhere. Grab a drink, grab some snacks, go to the bathroom. We got game 3, Pickles on Pizza versus Blood Monies. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back, everybody. We are looking to move into Game 3 here of tonight's matchup of Blood Monies versus Pickles on Pizza.
That was a test. Congratulations, you passed. That was I wanted you to do the intro, and you did it. You were spectacular, and this game 3, I'm exhausted from the game 2. That was something else. We were talking about it, and yeah, there really wasn't a lot for Blood Monies to change outside of some of those late game calls, and just you got to deal with the Nasus. That Nasus was huge, and Music X did he did a wonderful job of you gotta get out of the are you playing? You
Yikes.
subbing?
Yikes.
Oh, there you go. All right, we're good. We're not.
Pouring my
Yeah,
beverage
we're casting tonight. But there we go. We're ready. We're probably ready for game 3. And like we were saying, there's not a whole lot that the Blood Monies needed to do in terms of changing things up. They had they got a little behind early. Pickles on Pizza doing a great job adjusting the draft. Wojtek being just a monster on that Xerath, and the bot lane. It was a little back and forth actually early, but the Xerath continuing to flex a little bit, and we are into Champion Select. But it really was that Baron call late in that game, and Music X taking full advantage and walking his way in to a solo Nexus take after a fight for Blood Monies that went pretty darn bad.
Right. Yeah, that was a 5v4 in favor of the Blood Monies, and they lost 2 to the Pickles on Pizza's 1. Granted, they did better in the follow-up fight around that Tribush and top lane, but that was the fight that they needed to not be having while they backed. And I will admit I was a little bit critical of Music stacks, but it doesn't matter the size of the boat, but the motion of the ocean, so to speak, and he made those stacks count. It was a beautiful NASA split push gameplay. Love to see it.
Yeah, well, when Darude Stackstorm approves of your Nasus play, that's when you know you're good. The bands, pretty unsurprising so far. The same bands we've seen: the Urgot, the Thresh, the Zeri, and yeah, we'll see what the difference is. This is the Team Wojtek, the Pickles on Pizza, back on blue side, so changing the dynamic again. Tarek banned out. And what will they first pick?
All
right.
Okay, there's the Xayah ban. I was looking for that.
Mm-hmm.
They did not want to give Speedy Rudy that lovers duo again. Decided that was a little toxic. Get that out of there.
Yeah, just remove it. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody wants to deal with that.
And there
Trundle
goes
ban.
Trundle again. Yep.
Okay. Yep. First
Back
pick.
to the basics. There's the Mordekaiser.
Okay. For Music X though this time. All right, let's see it.
This is it. This is the Jace pick.
Well, no, music's got Mort already. Unless
Oh,
I
my
missed
mistake.
the
My mistake.
memo.
My mistake.
Oh,
No,
you're good. Unless I missed the memo and Jungle Mordekaiser is a thing now. It looks like
past. I mean,
could be.
I
I
didn't
don't
mean
know.
it, but now that it's there, I will point out that Mordekaiser, or rather, Wojtek, did already play a top laner mid.
That's true.
So there
He
is a
could play
possible
another.
quest.
By the law of League of Legends, he is capable of taking that champion mid.
Yep. I
But
don't think he
well,
will, but
no, neither do I. But that's okay. We can talk about it while
figure
we're
I'd
waiting
throw
for
it out there.
There's the bot lane locked in Aphelios and Leona. Rudy on his beloved Leona. And did great on the Nautilus. Wasn't enough,
Even better on the.
he was like, credit to Rudy. He was spectacular in that game too. You know,
Yep.
he really kind of kept him in it. Got Speedy fed. Speedy returning the favor with some solid late game team fights. And you know, just wasn't enough. Happens sometimes. Espen back on the Amumu. And there is the Nautilus. So we're gonna have another firework-filled bot lane as we have come accustomed to. And both mid laners content to wait until the second ban. Or a second wave of bans.
Yeah. Notably, Tailwhip holding his pick, willing to subject himself to a couple bans potentially here.
He could, as the Ornn is grabbed. So it's going to be lost in the sauce on the Ornn. Flying the Ornn horn against Mordekaiser, a matchup he knows incredibly well. As the Sivir ban goes down, you are psychic, Tokemon. As the Tailwhip, they want to take the Sivir away. No Hecarim this time, but Kassadin against Bloodbath and Beyond. That Kassadin, a nuisance in the past.
Yeah, Spurg's jungle still open to be banned here once. I gotta believe that fifth ban is gonna go to Twisted Fate though.
It could be. I mean, the Twisted Fate was impactful, but manageable. I think the question
What else
for
would
Voy
you
is
ban here?
what was his? You could potentially ban the Udyr.
The Udyr would be ban worthy.
Spurg was a monster on it game one.
Absolutely.
And that might be what they're debating right now because they are
That
going down to the
champion's a
wire on it.
menace.
Yeah, he's an absolute menace. There's the Vlad. Okay.
The
Well,
Vladimir.
now the Udyr is up. The jungle is picked. Will they take it?
You gotta take it.
Well, there's nothing stopping them. They could wait.
Poppy, he could take a
Blood does
Poppy.
love last pick, so you're probably going to take it now.
He
Poppy
could
is up
take
as well.
Poppy realistically because that would that would be interesting. That would be very
He might
interesting.
be trolling us. Are you trolling us? Yeah. Oh, all right.
There it is. Okay, Spurg,
Really?
I like that.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's see it.
he picked Engage into Nautilus, Mumu, Mordekaiser.
I'm curious what Blood's cooking up here because they were probably having the conversation, and Blood in classic Blood fashion probably said, "I want counter pick. Pick me something that is flexible," and then Blood is going to grab whatever's going to work with a combo like that. But yeah, we've got massive carry as the Vayne. Okay. Let's see it. Let's see that Vayne. Vayne, the scalpel of League of Legends, the butterfly knife, if you will, of League of Legends. Incredibly flashy, incredibly cool, and with a high degree as Diana is grabbed as well. That is going to be a mid Diana. Wojtek showing off how potent that champion can be. But
I
to
would
finish
say
the butterfly knife analogy,
Pantheon.
being very capable of cutting yourself and killing yourself. So
Yeah.
double-edged sword or knife in this case with the Vayne.
I would say Pantheon here if their team wasn't desperately in need of some. Okay.
Nice. Great grab. Wait, is that a Jarvan mid?
No. No way.
Are you
No
sure?
way.
Are you
No,
sure?
I'm not positive, but Okay. We're good.
Okay, there it is. Yep. Okay. Okay. So wow, that's a great grab.
Okay.
Blood showing that he really likes globals. He's played Gangplank Gangplank, he's played TF, he's played Pantheon. All three with really strong outside lane pressure. The Jarvan able to gank from anywhere or farm, right? One of the true flex. Speaking of knives, Swiss Army knife jungler. Felios needs a little bit of early love. Pantheon happy to provide it. Jarvan happy to provide it. Ornn doesn't really care.
Yeah.
So this is going to be interesting. That Vayne needs to get shut down early.
I don't know because they were practicing the Pantheon previously, but they just picked a 0 AP comp into Nautilus and a Mumu, never mind Mordekaiser. And I'm no mid laner, but do you have any insight on the Diana into Pantheon matchup?
Not post rework Pantheon versus post rework Diana. I mean, I can tell you the general mechanics of how the two champions work. So it's all going to be about timing, right? Both of them have specific timing windows they're looking to hit in terms of I'll press all my buttons. The how many Diana Qs land is going to be a big factor in this. And then also where's the first Pantheon ult go? That's what I'm going to be really looking for. And the other factor in that matchup is going to be, can Diana get Pantheon to the point where he doesn't want to roam, right? Or he can't because he got beat up too badly. So that's going to be the question is, can Diana poke and prod and push and punish before Pantheon is able to get to 6? On the other hand, there's a really interesting dynamic where Pantheon is now forcing Diana to build a little bit of armor. So there's some interesting factor, but yeah, Diana, yeah, it's a weird matchup that you don't typically see very often. But I'd say that in this situation, I think that Diana, unless did she just get nerfed in the most recent patch? I didn't read.
I can neither confirm nor deny that, but from production, it sounds like Pantheon loses more often than would be expected into Diana. But according to the research he did, they both have losing win rates into each other, which is some riot math if I've ever heard any.
Yeah. Well, I mean my favorite math about champion select is that it's usually going to give you, if you win the draft, it gives you about a 1 to 5% edge. You still got to play the game, right? You still got to win the game, but it almost gives you a little bit of a house edge.
I think my favorite statistical anomaly with League of Legends is how if there's a Shaco in the game, you automatically lose.
Oh, okay.
Because if he's on your team, he runs it, but if he's on the other team, he carries.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That is the law of Shaco. Yeah, that's what happens. Yeah, his mouse turns off in that situation, not the keyboard. Yeah. But that's it's a very good point. The other thing to consider here is the jungle matchup. I love the Jarvan pick from Spurg, and I think that's we were talking about the mid lane in a vacuum. Mid lane doesn't happen in a vacuum. It happens on the Rift with a jungle around it. And I would expect Spurg to camp the ever-loving crap out of Blood's lane to prevent Wojtek from getting going, because a Diana who gets behind is a Diana that's having a very bad time. And that's going to be what I'm looking for. I want to see Blood. I want to see Spurg camp the crap out of Blood, get him ahead, and then I want that spill to come bottom lane, because that's probably where they're going to be successful. Is play a little bit of contain on the bottom lane, make sure that the Vayne doesn't get out of control. Play that 2v2 mid, and I love Spurg. A lot more damage on the Jarvan than on the Amumu. And just see what happens, because there's definitely some... that's going to tell the tale, right? That level 2 Jarvan gank, level 2, level 3 Jarvan gank. Is he going to go buff gank? We'll have to see. As we enter the Rift, Toke, give me your reverse psychology pick.
I mean, does it work twice in a row?
I don't know. I don't know how monkey paws work.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Pop on this one. But I'm gonna go. That's a genuine pick. I think I actually think that they will pull this one off. I like their team comp too much. I feel like it's a little bit. I just feel like that lack of ability damage is going to come out and really show, especially into that Amumu Nautilus.
Yeah.
Minions have
Yeah,
spawned.
I think that makes a lot of sense. I don't know.
Now,
I think this is gonna be a really tight one. I just because of the jungle pick, I'm actually gonna go with Blood Monies. I think they're gonna take it. I think I like the Jarvan pick, and I think it's going to pay dividends. I think Comfort is king. And Espen has shown that he is a very
Yeah.
strong Amumu, starting on red side this time. And we're going to have parallel red starts for both junglers. But I really like the Jarvan pick, and I think it's going to allow Blood to do what Blood wants to do, which is get ahead and roam and be just pain, which is what he loves to do. He loves to exert his pressure globally, be aggressive, and the Pantheon's going to allow him to do that a lot more than Twisted Fate will.
Yeah, and I think this is an opportunity for both ADCs to really express how they feel about how this game should go. Because we've got two pretty hyper-scaling AD carries here, two pretty hard engaged supports. It looks, in my mind, this feels like a matchup, like not exactly a mirror matchup, but in that sense, they're both looking to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's going to be a playstyle. It's a playstyle match for sure, and you can make an argument it's a little bit of a handshake lane because both carries know what they want to do. However, the supports would like a word with them because both of those supports really want to fight.
Right.
Stevie Bandito and Rudy getting prio early in that as Music X trying to pay Lost in the Sauce back for that game one Mordekaiser. That Sauce put the pain on him. Here comes Espen. First kill coming in. Wojtek going for it. Stun going down from Espen. Bloodbath Emion continuing to walk away. Has not burned his flash yet. And that is a huge departure from what we had seen in previous games where Blood just walks away. No problem.
Right. I mean, at least he holds his flash there. He's not giving up that pressure that early. Shows that he's got calm. And he does definitely all right into these short trades.
Oh no, but Spurg potentially caught under rotation, gets knocked out. He has only cleared his topside jungle and he has to back.
Just giving
And
that Mordekaiser some free HP.
Oh yeah, is Void gonna? Oh, Void's not gonna see him. Void going for the kill, but he's gonna roll this around into an early roam in the top lane. Is Music gonna be able to keep him busy and keep him interested? Lost in the Sauce doesn't look like he will. Wojtek, let's see what he can do. Oh, no, I think he sees him. Yeah, no, he sees him. Wojtek's going to head back there. And while that's been happening, Bloodbath and Beyond opening up a 10 CS lead as we take stock in this early game, a much slower game than we have seen in the previous two games. A lot of fireworks pre-5 minutes in games 1 and 2. Only major gold gap right now, and it's not, I wouldn't call it a major gold gap, but 15 CX is nothing to sneeze at. Pantheon in favor of the Diana. Pantheon winning that matchup right now, but Wojtek starting to fight Blood, but he's doing so in minions. Has to flash out, does burn the ignite, but he is out of that lane, and the wave is crashing, so he will likely lose that wave.
Yeah, and so I was a little bit surprised to see Lost in the Sauce lock in the Ornn matchup into the Mordekaiser, which we know, and we know he knows, is a Mordekaiser favored lane. However, like you said, he does have extreme familiarity with that matchup, and he definitely is demonstrating it in these early trades here.
Yeah, oh, he really is. And Lost in the Sauce out of mana. He needs to be really careful. He's taking things, taking a lot of hits. Music X is being a Mordekaiser, and Spurg is being a Jarvan, and Jarvans love sitting in brushes and waiting for ganks to happen.
Yeah, and as we're looking at this bot lane, it doesn't look like Swiss Army and Tailwhip are interested in walking up far enough for that to matter.
No, they haven't really expressed any interest in fighting whatsoever. The lane is in their favor. They're feeling fairly safe. And they may have a little bit of They may have a little bit of spidey senses tingling with Spurg. And here comes Espen coming in as the engage goes in. Rudy rolls in. Spurg is following. Exhaust going down on a Swiss Army cabinet. And Espen, however, is coming into the backside. He's not level 6 yet. He's going to walk in. He's going to have to flash out. This is looking really, really good for Blood Monies. And that's going to be first blood. Jungle to jungle. Thank you very much. Pre-6 Amumu not able to do what he wants. Jarvan able to do plenty as they push down this turret.
Yeah. Espen, I think, right idea.
Oh no, but here comes more. Flash coming in onto Rudy. Rudy is going to try and do his best to tank the turret. He's going to succeed. There goes Blood. That's first ulti. Successful gank for him.
All right, here it is.
Yeah, lost in the sauce. In the Nether Realm, he is banished to the Shadow Realm, Nether Realm, whatever you want to call it. That dragon is also going to be banished to the Shadow Realm pretty soon. It looks like it's going to be a free one for the Blood Monies as Espen looks in, trying to redeem himself a little bit after that 3v3. Can he get the steal? He will not, and he is going to pay for it with his life. Going to try to flash out. Will not be enough. He can't flash out. Unfortunately, his flash is down, sadly. First dragon to the Blood Monies, and they are now, they're returning the favor, putting their stamp on this early game, game 3, after going down early in game 2.
Yeah, and you have to ask, in that scenario, do you go for that steal? It's just the first dragon.
Was that a? Oh, sorry. Was that a rhetorical? I thought that was a rhetorical question.
I mean, it's a little bit of a rhetorical question.
No, it's a good question, right? I mean, I think that's what we were talking about with Espen, where he wants to make plays, right? You cannot. I would rather have a jungler that's not afraid to try to make a play than a jungler who sits around and lets his team bleed out, right? So I think the fact that Espen went for it makes a ton of sense. Unfortunately, as an Amumu, he has to, there's that line that you always have to ask yourself, which is, okay, at what point do you cut your losses, right? And at that point, that's the question you have to ask is this dragon, especially a Cloud Drake, thank you, production. By the way, side note, Swordmaster on production, doing awesome work. Doing great, man. Thank you so much for everything. You've been crushing it. Swordmaster has been giving us he was giving us live NASA Snacks updates. He's been giving us matchup cards, cheat sheets for us to talk about it. But that's the thing with Espen is, he wants to make plays, but at what point, as a jungler, do you have to look at the economics of the situation and ask yourself, hey, this is a Cloud Drake's not a major big deal. Music X running away. Spurg says, no, you don't. Bloodbath and Beyond is there as well. Ooh. No ulti necessary. Just a good old Pantheon roam top as he continues to push, and his ultimate is about to be up.
And the bot lane duo, Speedy Bandito and Rudy, narrowly escaping a 3v2 in the bot lane, dodging that Swiss Army cabinet Nautilus Q, and skirting out for free, making sure that they don't lose anything on the backside of the map trade.
Yes, they did, and it looks like Espen did hit level 6. I didn't see if he was 6 when he was attempting that gank, but that may have been a factor if he wasn't 6 yet. I'm assuming he was at that point, but his ulti is still up, so I'm not sure if they were just not in range, not able to make it happen. But Blood is there, goes in, walks into the 1v1. There's the Curse of the Sad Mummy, and there is a shutdown Pantheon. Wojtek, nom, getting exactly what he needs in that gold. Still down a little bit on CS, but closing the gold gap to a mere 200 gold.
Yeah, I want to give Bovie credit where credit's due here. I've been kind of watching him out of the corner of my eye this entire game.
Oh my god. Spurg going for the solo kill onto Wojtek. Wojtek is out of mana, but Espen is there to protect his carry. He is walking away. I think Spurg is walking, but he's re-engaging. Spurg, what are you doing, man? You need to get out of there. Is he going to get the kill? No, he's going to be able to get away as Music X is able to bring Lost in the Sauce back into the Netherrealm. He's beating him up. Spurg is there with the counter engage, gets the shield up, and he is not afraid of anything. Bloodbath and Beyond back from the dead, and he is going to send Espen into the penalty box to think about things for a while. Man, Spurg. Hey, great play by Spurg, right? Super low health, didn't care.
Absolutely. Getting aggressive, making his presence known and felt on the map. Music X and Lost in the Sauce, again, got to give some credit to Lost in the Sauce. I was going to say he's been playing pretty impeccably, using his Bellows Breath CC immunity to basically neutralize all of the pulls that Music has thrown his way. And then he went on to further demonstrate that he knows how to get out of an ulti, because he has now been ultied at least twice, I think maybe 3 times, by the Music X Mordekaiser, and each time has walked away scot-free.
Yeah, he's playing this, what is definitely, I will leave it to you, the top lane expert, a losing matchup for the Ornn, especially early. Mordekaiser being a bit of a bully. Despite all of that and a little bit of a gold deficit, as we see Wojtek doing his best Jarvan impression in the bot lane, behind in CS, but has that assist, and there we see the fight going down. Wojtek is there. Rudy is taking a lot of hits, but he is a Leona. Great ulti, and Swiss Army Cabinet gonna go down. Spurg coming in with the counter engage. Flash coming out to Tail Wish. Counter flash on counter flash by Spurg with Tail Whip. Good vacuum, not gonna be enough. Wojtek gonna pay for it with his life. Double kill onto the Pantheon. Bloodbath Mion out of control. Blood Monies also out of control. 11 minutes in, almost 12 minutes in, 4,000 gold lead. Here we go.
Yep. And
oh, and that was what are the Herald? Oh, sorry. Yeah. They did. They were able to.
oh yeah, the Herald has not been dropped yet.
The Herald. Yep, the Herald has not been dropped yet. Spurg continuing to hold it as Music X pushes in to the best of his ability, trying to maintain this CS differential. Despite all of that, let's take a look at gold. Only 300 gold in favor of Music X, in which, as we mentioned, great lane for Mordekaiser. Spurg continue to try and push and exert his authority in the bottom river. No major objectives coming up anytime soon. Got a couple buffs. Looks like we're going to be able to settle down a little bit, Toki, and take stock of the situation.
Yeah, and the thing is, as this game goes on, as far as like team relevance goes, it doesn't really matter how much Mordekaiser has the advantage in the 1v1, because this Ornn is just going to be so relevant regardless of like personal state and circumstances when it comes to these team fights.
Well, and that's something that we haven't really talked about with Lost in the Sauce. He's played in TCL, I believe, every season. And the thing that has always been, that has always impressed me about him is that he really is a team player. He'll play whatever. He'll play whatever his team needs to win. Whether it's, I think he played Malphite in the first series.
Don't remind me.
You know, Malphite's nothing to write home about, right? But he's great in a team comp, depending upon the team comp. In this case, he's playing Ornn into a losing matchup. They did it was the first pick, Mordekaiser. He knew he was doing a losing matchup, but they needed the Ornn. They needed the level 17 as a great stun from Rudy. Rudy doing work in this. Tail Whip explodes. Rudy taking the kill, but there is some backup there. Speedy Bandito getting a little bit low, gets exhausted, swinging as best as he can. Blood, however, on a rampage, not to be denied, protecting his carries, and bot outer gonna go down 2-0 in favor of Blood Monies, continuing their domination of this game 3.
Yeah, and again, calling attention to mid lane, despite those ultimates out of lane, Blood took 4 out of the 5 plates in mid lane while returning 0 of his own to Diana. That's a lot of lane pressure for somebody who's been leaving quite a bit.
Really is, and the objective bounties are live for Pickles on Pizza, so they're definitely going to need to make something happen. I had asked before about how this is going to change Wojtek's build path. Zhonya's Hourglass, first item, so he is certainly stacking a little bit of armor against this team, getting the invulnerability, but potentially sacrificing some of that burst potential in favor of the defensibility as Swiss Army Cabinet rolls in, tries to do a little bit of ward hygiene, and hooks right out. But there is an engage. Spurg, stunning, dunking, taking tower hits. Will he survive? Yes, he will. Great heal from Speedy Bandito to keep his tower diving jungler alive, and they are going to roll in and take mid-outer, continuing their push. And this is not going to be the end of it. Rudy, out of mana, but does not care. Going to push down onto Espen. Espen getting low. Fade away attempt. Not going to be enough. Espen gets out with his life just barely. But now we have Dragon coming up in less than 2 minutes. And just a continuous exertion on the map for Blood Monies. Can I get a quick vision check on how Blood Monies are looking versus Pickles on Pizza? So there's Blood Monies. Good river vision, pretty good deep vision. Not so much on the side of Pickles on Pizza, and it's definitely showing.
Yeah. And I mean, I think we brought it up more in preparation and leading into our previous game where we were talking about the picks and the pick potential that Blood Money's had. But I mean, Vision's still very important and still very much a bit one-sided in this game here.
Well, Vision even more important against this team. Leona, Jarvan, incredible pick potential. And then Pantheon can just join the fight whenever he wants, and that seems to be what their go buttons are. And I gotta say, Toke, assuming that if the Blood Monies are able to pull this series off, I think it's a dead heat for MVP because there are two players in my mind who have been playing so darn well. And I don't know, man. I think we're gonna need to talk it out. But
And you know, the thing
but
is,
they
I
did.
think we're
But
on the same
I don't
page.
wanna cast our curse now because they
Right.
still need to win this one. And they yeah, we'll see.
I think chat will have something to say of their own, and I think they may not agree with us, but we'll see.
Well, I don't do memes, so I don't know about that stuff. So knockup going down onto Music X, lost the sauces there. Spurg follows up. Maybe the meme we're talking about goes into the nether realm, lost in the sauce, getting beat up. Can he get out of this? I don't think so. He's
This is
gonna
it
go
for him, I
down.
think.
Music X knocking him out. Spurg able to walk away, doing the flag and drag. But the bandage toss is there.
Ooh, the
He's out of
follow-up.
mana. No problem, though. He's going to do his best to defend this, but it is a 1v2. But while that's happening on the other side of the map, we have the dragon being taken. This is third dragon. This is going to be soul point. Spurg does not care. He knows the jungler is top. He's happy to stall as long as he can as dragon goes down. That is going to be soul point for the Blood Monies. Great macro play from them.
Yeah, really demonstrating that maybe they knew they could tighten up on those macro calls from the last game that were perhaps a little bit suspect, and demonstrating that they've got a plan and they know how to execute it this game.
Oh, Spurg rolling in with the dunk. Not a whole lot going on there, but there's the Leona ult. Rudy doing his job. Locking it in. Blood and Bath and Beyond is unstoppable, and Rudy gets a kill himself. Speedy Bandito on the other side. Doing a little bit of a side brush hustle.
Doing a bit of
They're
damage.
rolling in. They're asking for help. They need their carry to take this turret. Speedy, go help your team.
Doing
Alright,
a
there
little
you
bit
go.
of damage
Alright.
on the side there. Yeah, looking good. Looking like maybe Spurg was just a little bit itchy on the go button there. A little bit ahead of the rest of his team. Definitely all had the right idea, though. Blood ulting as soon as he was in range. Following up really well on that strong initiate from the Leona and the Nautilus. All around looking like really clean team play from the side of Blood Monies this game. Looking like they want to put it to bed with little in the way of doubts as to who was on top this series.
Oh yeah, that is, they are really trying to put a stamp on this game. They are taking full advantage. They're warding as they leave. Love seeing that when you're dropping wards in your opponent's jungle. Just continue to exert their authority. Credit to Pickles on Pizza for continuing to try and keep pink wards in their own jungle. Swiss Army Cabinet knows all the old tricks and is trying to deny that vision as much as he can. But they are on life support at this point. 8,000 gold down. They did get an objective bounty. Wojtek able to grab that bot outer with the objective bounty. But they need to make something happen, and they need to make it happen fast because this pick comp from Blood Monies is paying dividends and doing incredible work.
Right. And I mean, I hate to really call attention to it, but there have only been 2 kills that have gone down for the side of Pickles on Pizza in this game. Feeling a little bit starved for gold as we are approaching a 10k deficit here in the 20-minute mark.
They really are. And can I just, can I call out Rudy? As Rudy rolls in, gets the ultimate down, stuns down Espen, probably going to force another flash over the wall. Wojtek, will he be there? Blood is there, though, with the ulti. Rolls in, gets the stun, knocks it out. Will Espen flash out? No, he will not. Killing spree for Spurg, and they steal the red buff to add insult to injury. Speaking of Rudy, can I just make a note? Almost perfect kill participation in game 3.
13 out of 14. Crazy.
Beautiful. Beautiful play. That's what you want to see as a support. You know, actually, 0-0-13 is perfect support play. But, you know, we won't fault him for that. You got to get a little bloodthirsty, doing a little dance, hanging out, having some fun. He's been having himself a series.
You're doing all that work. I mean, I feel like you deserve 1 or 2 to fall your way occasionally.
Oh yeah. Well, how else are you gonna buy the Iron Solari? You know, you gotta get your locket.
Hey
Gotta
guys, help me help you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Well, it's Leona, right? If she doesn't have her locket of the Iron Solari, what is she
What is a
doing with the
Leona?
locket?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
just a mountain of CC and damage that can 1v1 the AD carry.
Yeah.
But
Well,
no shields for her
who's counting?
teammates, so
Yeah.
why even play her?
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Bot in her going down. Blood monies rolling. Undead Aphelios, undead
Yep.
Jarvan, undead Leona. Blood and Sauce got to catch up. They're
Yeah, I'm gonna be
what's
honest.
going on?
The Lost in the Sauce has been damn near undying in all of those fights in the top lane. That I will begrudge him the one that went against him.
No, and especially in a matchup that is not great for him, where
Right.
a Mordekaiser can absolutely beat him up. And I believe that was the fight where they were able to get Soul Point Dragon on. So
You're right. You are
that
correct.
death was incredibly valuable
He's
for
been
the blood money.
absorbing pressure for sure.
He certainly has.
Doing the Ornn
and
things.
He is. He's doing good work. 30 seconds to go on Dragon. Soul Point.
Right.
I think we know where the next fight's gonna be.
Right. And I mean, it's kind of looking like one team is in position and one isn't.
Yup. One team's got really good vision. Well,
We've
they
got a
also have a
split
10,000
push
they have a
coming
10,000
through
gold
from the
lead.
Ornn.
That does help.
Oh, most
Bloodbath and
certainly.
Beyond. Yeah. He's gonna just be throwing some.
This is the hero
Thrones.
play.
Oh, it is. It is. I mean, he's just. Yeah. I mean, this is the. I think the throwing your wallet at them is my favorite new concept. Thank you, Bully, for that. I'm gonna exhaust that one until everybody hates it and tells me to stop using it. But I really like it as a concept because it is 100% true. Their soul completely uncontested, and it looks like Pickles and Pizza kind of going away. I don't. They look a little lost. Like they made.
Yeah.
I don't know if they know what their win condition is, and frankly, I don't even know what their win condition is at this point. With Bloodbath and Beyond and his team, the Blood Monies, with a vice grip on this game, walking straight to Baron, they clearly know that they are in the driver's seat. They have a massive gold lead, and they are just taking everything off the map at this point. Probably going to see a fight, desperation steal, or something like that, because Pickles on Pizza needs to make something happen. Here they come, rolling in. Wojtek in the middle of everything. Espen is there. He has popped Kurt's the Sad Mummy, but the secure for Blood Monies. Blood dominating. That's going to be 3-0. They're going to continue. That's going to be 4-0. Rudy on a killing spree. That's going to be a clean ace on the side of the Blood Monies, and they are going to walk their way into the Nexus with Baron, with their Fed carries. I think they're going to take it on this push.
I would think so. And honestly, I mean, closing it out with a 5-0 clean team fight, I don't have a whole lot left to say, honestly. I think at this point we start to ask, who's the MVP?
That is a great question. I think we're gonna have one last fight.
Maybe
Spurb
one more team
rolling
fight.
in. He is in deep in the back line. He is tanking tower hits. He is probably gonna die. Yes, he will. But that is potentially not gonna matter. Although there goes the Vayne. Remember, they still have a Vayne. Although I don't think it's gonna be enough. He's doing his best, but he can't even get close. Flash out from Music X. But Rudy decides that he is going to get the kill. He is on a rampage.
Yes,
he
sir.
is rolling through, still almost perfect. Nexus is going to go down, and that is going to be the Blood Monies unseating the undefeated Pickles on Pizza. Everybody's got a loss at this point.
I'd like to point out that I was, again, 0 for 3 tonight.
I think I picked Blood Monies all 3 games, so I was just like,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, you solid 2
I
for
usually
3.
pick based on comp.
Respectable.
I just pick based on
Yeah.
comp. I'm like, oh, I like this comp. I'm gonna pick it. So, oh man, that was a wild ride.
Wow.
Yeah. Thoughts?
So it's funny because I wasn't actually thinking about the meme when I said the chat might disagree with us, because of course they're going to say Spurg MVP. I was thinking actually that chat was giving a lot of love to Speedy Bandito, and that he
Okay.
might be getting some questions, but I think you and I were on the same page because we were thinking it was between um Rudy and Blood
Yeah, Blood got it last
or
time, and his ego doesn't need it. So
Bovey.
so for me, it was between Sauce and Rudy.
Okay. Yeah.
And I think that Rudy's Leona game in game 3, almost perfect kill participation,
Right.
um, incredible engages. His Leona ults were on point. He was instrumental in every single pickoff. Um,
Yes.
that he made. So here's the thing: he made Blood look real good because all Blood had to do was ulti. He had to
Right.
ulti in and
Right.
press his buttons. Right,
Absolutely.
landing those Leona ults are incredibly difficult. It's one of his best champions. He played it to perfection, and most importantly, and I want to make sure we reward this, he really recovered from last week's Rakan game. He played an awesome Rakan game 1. And that's really important, right? That improvement week to week. He was awesome all 3 games.
Yeah.
And I think that Lost in the Sauce had a great game as well. But I think that Rudy really went above and beyond and really carried for his team in his role. Sauce did his job.
Right.
Rudy carried the game.
Absolutely.
So I think it's Rudy.
Yeah, absolutely. Frankly, I think he gets the interview if only because him playing well was the only prediction I got right tonight. But
Yes. All right.
but
Can we get Rudy in here?
let's pull him in. I don't have those rights. I may have gotten those
All right,
privileges
there he
revoked.
is. Mr. Rudy, congratulations. You are the MVP of the series that knocked out the only remaining undefeated team and #1 seed. That Leona game was spectacular. You were incredible all 3 games. How you feeling right now?
You know what? I feel great. One thing I do want to say right off the bat is what is the support without their ADC? Both games we won, Speedy Bandito absolutely did everything he was supposed to, went deathless the entire time. So just got to shout out him and the rest of the team while I'm here. You know, there's no win that happens alone.
No, there certainly
Absolutely.
isn't. However, you were a huge part of it. All 3 games. The Rakan game, I know I gave you a little bit of guff. The last Rakan game, you were
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
50% on your knockups. This time around, you were pitch perfect. I think you nailed like 90% of your knockups. You
Mm-hmm.
were charming the whole team. You were absolutely out of control and giving Speedy exactly what he needed to carry. Even in game 2, in the loss, you were instrumental in getting that Caitlyn fed. You landed almost every hook that you could, and you really put your team in a position where the gold was dead even at 30 minutes. So
Mm-hmm.
that, and then, Leona, what else can we say? 19 out of 21 kill participation. You were just an absolute monster.
Yeah, at the end of that game 3, I was screaming at the team to end the game before I died because if you remember
That sounds like a Rudy play.
my one death in game 1, I got Cho'Gath ulted right
Yep.
before we won the game,
You
and I'm
did.
like, sorry, I can't curse on. Sorry. And I'm like,
Yeah.
shoot, my KDA. So I'm like, guys, we got to protect it this time. End it fast, and we managed to. So that felt pretty good.
Don't worry. Definitely nobody in this call would have pointed that out on stream about
Of course
your
not.
death
No,
in the first game.
Yeah,
wouldn't have
yeah, I was
dreamed of it.
pretty sad about it. It's fine. I'm sure I won't see that back in the VOD.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it felt really good. The Rakan game, yeah, it felt super clean. Like Speedy, we make each other look good. It's a good combo. And then game 2, I think I was like 0-4-2 at one point on the Nautilus. I ended like 2-5-14. So definitely had some recovery to do there, but it happened. Yeah, shout out to Pop. They played really well, but I mean, I'll be honest, we're the best team in this league when we show up to play, and we
Okay.
showed up to play
Okay.
tonight. I mean, everybody was saying like, "Oh, are they gonna win?" And then we like stomped them 2 games. Like, just saying.
Well,
Results-based
that
analysis.
was the
So,
question.
all right.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna go there, I have to
Okay.
ask, what happened in game 2?
What did happen in game 2? Okay, so yeah, our comms normally super clean. Just got a little bit of confusion about the Baron call there at the end. We thought Sauce was backing. Sauce didn't get the beep off. Then the fight happened, and the Nasus just outsplit us there. So it wasn't. I don't know if we got outplayed, just
A
out
little
macroed a bit there.
communications
Yeah,
breakdown.
out macroed there at the end, but I don't think that
Okay.
game was a stomp by any means. As you said, the gold was even. I think when we lost. So
Yep.
Well, it wasn't even for most of the game. You actually had to, I think, what was it? Was it okay? I think it was like a 6,000 deficit.
Yeah, I think it was about
They were down
6K.
6 to 8,000 gold in. Unfortunately, I think the graph is bugged, so we weren't able to look at it. But I'm
Right.
pretty sure you were about 6 to 8,000 gold down in game 2. brought it back to completely even. And then, as you said, it just became a macro game where you're kind of even, and Anasis, right? It's just,
Yeah,
he makes you play the game differently.
he does. He does. It's like that Tryndamere that Varel pulled out a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I mean, it happened. We dropped game 2, but we picked it back up and won game 3 in a pretty convincing manner. So, as I said, I'm just really proud of the team coming together today and getting that dub, King Slayers and all.
Yeah, it was it was quite the series to watch. We appreciate you guys putting it on. GG's.
Thank you, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
both.
Do you, Rudy? Last question. We ask this always of all of our MVPs. Do you have anything to say? This is your moment. This is your time. Anything you want to say to the viewers, the rest of the league, or anybody watching at home?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just reiterate, we're the best team in this league, so enjoy watching us win the finals.
Okay.
All right.
Confident.
Shots fired. Completely justified after this series. Kingslayers, the Blood Monies take down Pickles on Pizza. Rudy, the MVP. Absolutely ridiculous support play all the way through, even in a game 2 loss. Well done. Congratulations. Go celebrate with your team.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
All right. All right. That's gonna there he goes. And yeah, even in the loss, I think that was the thing that really separated it for me, was even in the loss, he was dominant in his lane.
Right.
I think Speedy came out of that lane 3-0, which was
Mhm.
just insane because every other lane was having a really bad time.
Right.
And that's, they almost brought it back. But for the NASAs. So Toge, that's that was the series. Any kind of final thoughts before we look ahead?
I just want to give that last little shout out. I think Rudy did a good job, but mentioned Speedy Bandito as I was expecting. There was quite a bit in the chat asking for a bot lane duo interview. Sorry we didn't
Oh,
quite
sorry,
get
guys.
that set up for you guys, but am I wearing pants? I'm wearing shorts. Tranimal, thank you. Yeah. All right, that kind of threw me off. You were saying?
This is why chat is dangerous.
Yeah.
You gotta focus. I don't have I can't do it. I'm like, I gotta stay focused. No, it's
feel like that's my responsibility.
this is the this was huge. I think that was the thing that I was watching for, is
Absolutely.
can the Blood Monies take out the only undefeated team who really won going away against Mariachi Mullets? And the answer was yes, and they won going away. So now we've got ourselves a really interesting battle for first place, where we have the Mariachi Mullets losing to Pickles on Pizza losing to the Blood Monies losing to Mariachi Mullets. We've got rock, paper, scissors
Right.
for top seed. And coming up next, speaking of the Mariachi Mullets, on, I believe, Wednesday, they are going to be taking on Monty Pantheon and the Holy Vrail. He of the Tryndamere split push, he of Geometry, and he of Luciv's mid laner.
Yeah, Elusive's mid laner. Yeah, and he of potentially the Draven AD carry. I hope we can see it again, maybe effective this time. Who knows?
Oh no, please no, not again. I mean, Luciv like won in that series. Luciv won multiple team fights, and the only time he didn't really have that pop off team fight was with the Draven. It's like, man,
The
just
one
shelve
that
that thing,
mattered.
please. Put it away. Put it in the box, never to be opened again.
Yeah, well, if you know me, I am the OG Lucive hater. So come to me if you ever want to hear Lucive smack talk.
Oh, I'm not hating on him. I just think that
Oh, I
not
am.
Draven. Oh, well, you have fun with that. I'm just critical. Draven to me is just a really hard champion to play in organized fives. He can go bananas, but he is very much a solo queue stomper. And I would love to be proven wrong, but Draven is a very challenging carry to play into organized fives, and that's all I'm going to say about that. And that's why I'm not a big fan of the pick. Not because of I don't think Luci's a good player, but because I don't really like Draven in organized fives. So hey, if someone wants to grab Draven and stomp in fives, please let me know. But that's my
I haven't
position.
seen
I'm
it yet.
sticking to it. We'll see.
Haven't
Maybe
seen
he'll
it yet.
2-0 on Draven and shut me up, which I love. Hey, I love being shut up because it
I
means
could
someone's
only
playing
hope.
well. Yeah, and he took it personally. So we'll see. Anyway, on that note, thank you all so much for joining us. The Blood Monies taking it convincing fashion in Game 3, but a really fun and back and forth series against Pickles on Pizza. There are no more undefeated teams in the TCL. On behalf of Pokemon Panda, Swordmaster on production, the rest of the TCL broadcast crew, congratulations, Rudy MVP. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you on Wednesday.